Hello, all. Okay, sorry, I'm testing out a couple of different things here all at once because planning. Frankly, I'm actually going to take these headphones off. Mute, unmute you in the way that you were muted. Cool. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm testing out a couple of different things. Also, is this empty? No, but I should probably turn this hot plate off. Okay. So I'm testing out a couple of different things. Hey, Mashby. First, obviously, I have a camera set up here, which is set up in a very poor way, but that's, I wouldn't say on purpose so much as an annoying issue with what we're doing. I also have some things I'm trying out with a bot on this screen to theoretically replace the bot I'm currently using. Let's see if that works out. There's a lot of stuff that it does kind of right, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't quite do things the way I want it to, but it's almost right. Also, trying out this, which it looks like the camera box is actually the primary issue there. So not sure about that. We'll see. Also, it looks like it's lining up weirdly. You come here. And I have another idea on how to fix that. Well, we'll see. That depends, Haley. Does mozzarella sticks and chili cheese tater tots count as dinner or a snack? Because I would like those. I guess I could fix that by making the background chat slightly more opaque, but I'm not 100% sold on that just yet. But hey, this is a perfect time to be testing stuff because we're hopefully going to have a bunch of stuff coming through. So, one, yes, I have this booster box, which is technically of set 1.5, which is weird because technically the sets that in the United States got released as 1 and 1.5 are a weird mix of 1, 2, and 3. This one is mostly 3, which is good because it's a bunch of stuff that I want. Namely, the big name cards on it are things like Imperialdramon, who I want to build a deck around. Also, just because I was reminded of it, for some reason, I still have a pack of Throne of Eldraine that I have had for literally years because I got this from WotC the last time that I did like Magic content and was properly part of the creators program. Thank you, love. And I actually got 2 packs and opened one of them, and I have no idea what I did with those cards because there are basically no Magic cards left in this house except for the couple that we sorted through a couple days ago. Thrown from before the pandemic. Yeah, I know. And this is one of the ones that always has the like alternate art ones in it. I don't know if that's even still a thing that they do or if that's a thing that they just do all the time now, but I don't know what to do with this because I don't really care about Magic and I don't want to in any way support WotC, so but hey, I was just reminded that that was a thing that I had. Throne pre-release was the TwitchCon weekend, so weirdly I played it before that. Oh, I know that they've expanded the number of packs available these days because there's something like 3 or 4 different variations on what kind of pack you can get, and what the fuck you get in them is confusing at best. I don't remember where my thought was going. Also, I had a box cutter here, and then I moved it because this still has its... Oops, that was loud. Still has its plastic wrap on because I never took it off. Come here. So yeah, because we were so behind the Japanese release, and they're not doing the weird Yu-Gi-Oh thing of just like, we'll print our own things. Or we'll let the TCG print their own things that aren't in the OCG. They went, okay, we'll print... I think this should be facing the right way. Yeah, this is BT01 through 03. But again, this one's mostly 03. Continue to discard confusing cash grabs and wait to play the game until you can do so in person again. That's very fair. Yeah, that's a whole bunch of butts. Yay. Also, right, I forget about this, that it comes with special stuff because it's a box. So there's a weird pack, which I think still only contains, 2 cards that are alternate art, and then a random-ass security Ikakumon, which is not bad, to be completely honest. Here, let me take it out of its weird-ass wrapper. Oh my god. Right, I'm gonna keep forgetting this. They do these, like... From years of opening Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh packs, I've learned that, yes, you pull the, the seam bit, right? No. Because their seams are weirdly well put together. I'm gonna grab scissors for this, quite frankly. Ugh. So with Digimon, instead, they have, a little pre-done... I don't know if you can see that. There's a tiny pre-done tear, and it's not helpful at all. Wow, it's basically invisible. There's a very slight V there. And it's the only way to get a grip on the pack ahead of time, and it's a massive pain in the ass. But yes. Oh, it is foiled, just in a very subtle way. I'm actually kind of on board with that. I mean, to be honest, it's just a totally fine card, because the idea of it is, so I don't know if you can quite read that, but it has a security effect. So, again, refocus camera, you little pissant. Camera. Camera, you motherfucker. Come on. Focus on the moving object. So, if you've ever played the Pokemon card game, there's the sort of prize system. Let's move you out of the way. Maybe you're focusing on that too. Or it definitely looks like it is. There's the prize system. So in this case, the prizes fight back. Oh, my sweet merciful crap. So this has an effect where if it's if it gets flipped up as a security Digimon, it then enters the battle, or enters the field after the security effect is resolved. Wow, you just will not focus. There we go. So you get it for free, which, because of that, it's fine. Its stats aren't great, but yay. Hey, Lost Pixel, how are you doing? Yeah, okay. And the rest of this is just going to give me be a massive pain in the ass to open. It is Ikakumon, but there's also already 3 or 4 printings of Ikakumon, I think. Because of the way that they do stuff, they can just print multiple copies of a bunch of different Digimon. This pack that I just opened, that's our special one for the box, contains 2 that I think we have 3 different printings of already to begin with. Because... So first of all, yes, this set does have XVmon. So first of all, we've got Gurumon, who, there we go. Again, perfectly middling stats, but has a very cute inheritable that I like, which is, so this effect is inheritable, so it doesn't go off unless this is digivolved into another creature. When this Digimon the creature that this has digivolved into, has Gurumon in its name, trigger draw 1. So you just draw 1. Because it's a really good game, Lost Pixel. I recommend it. Also, there's apparently a not terrible thing for trying it out on Tabletop Sim. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah. And second in the pack, which feels very appropriate, is a Gurumon with lower stats than Gurumon usually has, but also, come here. No, there is not a digital version yet. They are working on it. Come on, camera, you piss ant, focus. They're working on a digital version because the card game's only been out for like a year and a bit, and there we go. And they're already trying to do like championships and things in the States and going like, shit, the States don't have COVID in any way under control. So yes, we'll come up with a digital client specifically for those. So when attacking once per turn, this Digimon has a Gurumon Digivolution card. Oh, that's kick-ass. So the two of them have perfect synergy. So if it has... So Suspend is just tapping from magic. So if this has the same Gurumon underneath it, you can attack, draw a card, then untap it and attack again. And then when this Digivolves, it will give the new thing. While you have 8 or more cards in hand, this Digimon gains security attack +1, which is kind of kick-ass. Because it means that the... So, like, if it were to Digivolve into a Mega, the Mega would have both of these effects active, so assuming that it was Metal Gurumon, it would just keep... Every swing you would gain... or you would get to draw 2 and swing for 2, which is just good. It's not even that much less stats. So 6,000 is like a not quite safe number to swing in, but it's a relatively safe number. Like ultimates are usually between. There are some really weird ultimates that you play for their abilities that have 5. Up to boring, entirely abilityless ones for 9 that have 9. So, but ultimates are usually the place where you start feeling safe swinging into the enemy from. I'll say, Baron, how are you doing? Okay. Sorry, I'm also still looking at. Yeah, I will definitely need. No, they're not made from plastic. It's that these are like alternate art ones that have a unique foiling system on them. And I'm liking it because it also means that they're bending less. But that's just because these are like the alternate art ones for this. Well, some of the alternate art ones for this set. They're like the, you bought a box, here, have a reward thing. Okay, also, hang on. Why are these all silver? I can't show you the weird there. That's the like tear thing because the trying to open it from the back doesn't help. Also, because they're monsters and are prepared for my bullshit, they even have the packs like vented, so you can't do the like flappy thing to like build up air inside and slam it because the packs are vented to stop it. So I'm just left going, but it's like the one thing that they do is you make it very annoying to open these packs then, but okay. I should have brought the trash can closer so I could actually throw things in here. Had to visit the Feywilds to cancel subscription. Oh, I hope your contract allowed for that, because they're weird about that shit. Okay, I need to go grab the trash can and bring it closer. Well, not weird so much as strict. Let's go with strict. So other things that I've been working on really quickly. One, obviously, I was making literally multiple dozens of clips from the Anacrusis stream. Also, I was getting most of our shit moved over to Stream Elements from Streamlabs, which is part of why I'm testing this other bot too, to see how it goes. I haven't put any commands into it or anything yet. I just wanted to see how it looks. I have some concerns about how its event system works, in that I might not be able to set up events the way I want to. but I'm not sure because they're not the most... I'm not even going to say it's not the most cleanly written so much as just I'm used to reading a specific way. Oh, Keldran, most of them are just like me being terrible, so don't worry too much. Like I submitted a list of... They tweeted at me when I sent a response, and I sent them that they wanted clips, and I sent them a list of how many? Hang on. Sent. Oh, this is more than I thought it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I only sent them 16 of the clips that I took. Because some of them were just like, oh, I mean, I don't have an immediate use for this, but, or I'm not going to send this to them, but I'm going to use it for my own future stuff. And I think I like this one that hang on, let's try. No, I want this to come from the bot. Let's see how this one goes. Joke's on them. Condition was your firstborn, and well, ace. And it's what we call big brain play. Kick ass, Baron. Good job. Wait, who messaged me? No one. Okay, cool. Like that was the one for... That was the one that was just about like Raid Shadow Legends. The collective sigh after you called us idiots is pretty entertaining. I didn't send the clip from any of the carrying because it was too long. So I was like, they probably want relatively short clips. But hey, let's actually look at the cards from this pack that I just opened. So first up, we have Clockmon, which, I mean, we don't have that many black cards, so that's kind of nice. For Magic players, black is closer to Artifact, except without the, like, colorless mattering part. It's actually kind of beefy for a champion. Like, it's perfectly middle of the... Come on, camera, you little fuckwit. It's perfectly middle of the road for a champion, actually, is probably the best way of... Why are you focusing on my hand? There we go. It's pretty middle of the road as a champion, but this Digimon gets 1000 DP as an inheritable on your opponent's turn is kind of kick-ass, because I don't feel like we have that many cards that do that. Out of character, you canceled your Humble bundle. They've changed from 12 games to 10 for the same price. Yeah, they've also just been getting worse games lately, so... this one's an option card, which to be fair, I'm reading these on stream, which is part of why it's taking me a minute. You know what? What if I set them here? And then, no, the zoom is not good enough for that. I don't trust it. Come here. Refocus, you horrible pet. There you go. Death Parade Blaster. I forget that is legitimately what this attack was called. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust to make it correct. So cost 3, trash up to 2 Digivolution cards at the bottom of all of your opponent's Digimon. Then if you have a green Digimon in play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution card. Wow, okay. This is a very... So blue in particular likes doing, like, remove Digivolution card, basically like the bottom of a stack of Digimon. And green likes suspending opponents' Digimon because it's their way of being able to fight them. Like, sort of similar to green and Magic, how their primary removal is to use cards with, like, fight to do combat but not combat. That's sort of the way that green works in this too. But this is a cute card because stereotypically Vmon and XVmon, the two things that go into Paildramon, this Digimon, are blue, and what's his name? Stingmon is green because bug. It's just a cute effect, and I'm really on board with it. Who doesn't want to go see a death parade? You know, like you do. Oh, good. The Gun Rabbit is here. With low stats, but also an evolution cost of 1, which is kind of absurdly low, and I'm on board for that, too. On your turn, this card gets 1000 DP for each of your opponent's suspended Digimon. Okay. Yes, Gun Bunny. This is Terriermon's usual evolution, where it grows 5 feet tall from its, like, 1 foot nothing that it was at before, throws on pants, and replaces its hands with 2 miniguns, and we just don't question it for some reason. But yeah, no effects on itself, but a really low Digivolution cost is kind of yes. Yay, Furry Barrett, 100%. I'm kind of on board with that. Camera, refocus, you pissant. Yalk, why is your dog blepping at me? I have done nothing for your doglet. Okay, well, since it's decided it doesn't want to refocus anymore, and it's pretty straight. I mean, it's not quite as straightforward as this one, who's actually just like, it's a vanilla rookie with big stats. Because it's just a black Agumon, which, if the camera would refocus, means I think it's going to be a virus instead of a vaccine. Camera. Why are you such a whore basket? I'm going to have to manually set your focus. I'm going to have to manually set your focus, and you're going to make this a massive pain in the ass. Hang on. There we go. Fine. If you're going to be an asshole, I'm going to fight you on it. Yeah, so it is a virus type, but it's a rookie. It's just as big as the champion that we just saw because it's 4,000 DP and evolves for 1. This is actually pretty common with rookies, is that you'll have big vanilla rookies with like 4,000 as their stat, but with a play cost of 2 and an evolution cost of 1, whereas a lot of rookies tend to evolve for free. It's a big butt, so they need to have an offset for it. I'm actually going to decrease or increase the focus a tiny, tiny bit. Like there, and we'll see how that is. Oh, good. Yes. Because up next is the weird fucking beast that is Ikakumon that we just have all accepted and don't question with absurdly low stats. It's just like, yeah, it's a walrus that shoots missiles out of its horn? Hang on. Oh, it didn't actually apply the focus change that I set. Cool. Because, yeah, again, really low stats, but, I mean, I guess that's sort of an offset for the low evolution cost. And the top? Oh. Okay. Trash the top Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. Okay, that's rude, and especially since it's an inheritable, it's kind of okay for this to not be super strong, because this is very much a thing that you were digivolving through. Like, you're not playing this for, I want this to be the body on the board. You're playing this for, I need to put something else on this stack. So, cool. Okay, I'm actually just on board with this one because it looks fucking sweet. I'm not sure how the fuck to pronounce it. I need some way of, like, locking down where to hold this stack because my arm is not having this. Okay, Gurumon? Sure. I mean, it's just a big vanilla ultimate. Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course. Of course the... Wait, the Greymon or the War Greymon? Because that's silly. Is the Greymon its blocker? Is the Greymon its blocker? Is that why? Because all of the starter set blockers are worth way too much money. Because there aren't that many blockers in the game yet. Okay, I guess we're just going through all of the classics right now. Agumon, again, like really low stats for a champion, but when attacking, tries the bottom Digivolution card of your opponent's Digimon. I mean, okay, that's fine. It doesn't, again, like, it's fine. It's very much a thing that Blue wants to do, so it's fine. Not even a blocker. What does it do? Does it at least do something good? Hang on. Oh, I mean, inheritable security attack +1 is okay. That seems really wasteful, but sure. For 20 bucks. And hey, we're just jumping straight to a Mega, which is always good. Hang on. Congratulations, Focus. You've actually annoyed me into submission. You absolute fucking pillock. Clavis Agumon. So again, 10,000, which weirdly enough, for some reason, Yellow does not get big megas. Like 10,000 is annoyingly common amongst a lot of their megas. When attacking, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000 DP for the turn. Okay, that's actually pretty solid. I mean, the problem is that you're going to be a little scared swinging in with this because it's not as big as other megas, but that basically reads as swing in and delete pretty much any champion your opponent is running. So, yeah, that's actually pretty solid. It's expensive because there's a Greymon tribal deck. I had seen that. Okay. Ooh, hey, new Digi-Egg. I always like getting Digi-Eggs. Ikakumon. Once per turn, if this Digimon is level 7, gain 1 memory. So this one really wants you to get all the way up to... Wait, that's not even Mega. That's the weird thing beyond Mega. Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess if you're building your deck that way, you know what you're doing, but that is specifically for things like Omnimon, who is the thing that's like a fusion of Metal Greymon, or Metal Gurumon and War Greymon. I can words good. Goldramon, slightly bigger Mega, so that's always nice. Hang on, I can't actually read what your ability does because camera unfocused like the bitch it is. I would say the camera is definitely not a dom. It's more of a very bratty sub. An annoyingly bratty sub. On your turn, once per turn. Oh my god, focus. What are you even focusing on? Autofocus, I hate you. It probably did better with the other one because there was an obvious face on it. That's what it's doing. It's trying to focus on that because it's like, I see a face. Yup. It was trying to focus on the face. Hey, Gothic. Whenever you play another Digimon, unsuspend this Digimon. Oh, shit. Okay. So because combat in Digimon basically works as you just do everything during the main phase, you swing with one individual monster who then gets... who gets tapped. If you are then able to untap them, they can just keep swinging. Yeah, the pure background would assuredly help too. Can you tell this was well planned? It was definitely well planned. Also, hey Gothic, how are you doing? Okay, so for our rare, we got Mamamon, who I'm kind of on board with because he was the deeply weird final boss of Adventure 02. 5 to digivolve into is rough. Piercing, which is actually pretty cute. Basically, the way piercing works is that you can still attack an opponent's Digimon, but then any security checks that would happen still happen. Assuming that Mamamon wins, but since you're declaring the attack, that's usually the way that works. All turns when another Digimon is deleted, gain 1 memory. Okay. Okay. So basically, because it's got piercing, the plan is then to use it to attack your opponent's Digimon while still doing security attacks. and then gain memory. Oh, I like that. It's mean. It's mean. Yes, we've established you as the egg queen, so tracks you like Digi-Eggs. Haley just calling me out. Hey, what do you know? A level 7 who is a secret rare? I can't remember if SR is secret rare. I think so. I'm pretty sure. So, hey, that was a good first pack. 14,000 DP. So, Blissey. No, we were going more for Alien Queen, done randomly, but security attack +1. Reboot, unsuspend this Digimon during your opponent's unsuspend phase. That's always fun, because it means that you don't have to worry about them attacking your stuff. Admittedly, this one's pretty big to get attacked, but also prevents green from being able to mess with it too much. When digivolving, you may place one. I hate these names. Durandamon, or oh, for God's sake, the thing's what this stereotypically digivolves from your hand to the top of this card's digivolution. Wait. From your hand on top of this card's digivolution cards to gain 3 memory. Huh, okay. And then this is one of the cooler ones, so you can see that this has 2 different costs for digivolving, which mostly just means that you can play it onto a red or black creature, but for the same memory cost, which was the thing introduced in set 3. So always fun. And then the final thing is just like an index card for cards in the set with a little memory gauge on the back, which we don't care about because we have a whole bunch of memory gauges. Also, I have I feel like I have to alternate arts, right? Like, we can't just keep opening the same art next to each other. Because we also have a really solid app for memory math so that we don't have to do the math because we're bad at it. Skizzers, where are you? But right, yeah, done randomly, you weren't there for a bunch of the Anticrusis and Crucis and the game what we played a couple days ago, which was very fun and also very Fen talks about cracking eggs. I believe this is one of the Digimon that goes into the thing that we just looked at, which is why I'm gonna go Rajiludamon, I think. Also, wow, it's a brick of text. You're an ultimate. Okay, 7,000 for an ultimate's not terrible. When attacking this Digimon, if this Digimon is level 7, so again, this is inheritable, so it doesn't affect this thing so much as anything it stacks on top, or that stacks on top of it. Trigger D-Digivolve 1 on one of your opponent's Digimon. Trash a card from the top. Come on, you pissant. I hate you so much. Oh no, it can just slightly see the card out of the corner of the... Trash the top card from your one of your opponent's Digimon. If there's no Digivolution cards or it becomes a level 3, you can't trash any more cards. So it's just like I don't have a random mega. If this had one on top of it, you could strip that one down and reduce it down to this. So I'm sorry, that's an ultimate? Okay, those stats be good. We've just got Agumon with 10,000 on a fucking ultimate. And I was just saying how yellow kind of has a problem with not having large megas, because 10,000 is a pretty common stat level for their megas. So this ultimate matches a lot of yellow megas. Hello, loud fucking vehicle directly outside my house for some reason. Camera. Thank you. Like vanilla, but it has to be vanilla to offset actually being a giant butt, so... Oh, and the exact opposite direction. Well, not the exact opposite direction. Basically, pretty much the same thing. 6,000 power on a champion, digivolves for 1. So, yeah, The problem is I used to play Magic, so I'm used to saying things have a large butt, or I don't actually remember what we would call it if they had a lot of power. Yeah, the bunny seems really good. If you would focus, camera. There you go. I'm still never sure how to pronounce this one. Cedrimon? But yeah, it's cheap to digivolve onto something else, so you'll get whatever inheritable effects the rookie has and 6,000 power, which is just good. Oh, hey, it's the really fucking weird one. This is the ultimate for Agumon. Agumon is unique because Agumon has a Digi-Egg Rookie Champion Ultimate Mega and maybe a level 7 that are all called Agumon. This card was nerfed. Yes, this is one of the cards that has errata on it that I don't remember what the errata says. What is this? I can't actually read the... Digiabsorption? Whenever your Digimon digivolves into this card from your hand, you may suspend one of your Digimon to reduce the memory cost of Digivolution by 3. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. I've heard that this was part of why green was too good. When attacking, you may play one level 3 green Digimon card from your hand, suspended without paying its memory cost. Hang on, let me reread this one. Oh, right. Yes, Digisorption as mechanic was nerfed, wasn't it? Because the thing was, it turns out, hey, letting people do free evolutions is too good. I don't remember what the fix was, but I do know that it was errata. I know I'm done randomly. You don't need to. I know why. It was because of hidden potential realized. Basically, oh, I thought they errated it. Okay. Because yeah, green had a couple of ways to basically get free evolutions out, and they were too good. Up next, we've got Mega Cedrimon. I feel like someone in this chat has talked about liking Cedrimon before. Yes, and Nidhoggmon. Refocus, you motherfucker. So 8,000 power, which sure on an ultimate's actually really pretty solid. Your turn. This Digimon can't be blocked by your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. Actually, that seems pretty good because it feels like blockers, as a rule, tend to get played out by themselves, not stacked onto things. Because a lot of blockers have some kind of negative effect on them, so you don't want to swing with them. So they don't tend to be things that people focus on, like stacking with. Nose itch, why? Up next, we got another option. Beast Cyclone. Nice to get more black cards. I feel like we've only seen like 2 or 3 so far. All of your Digimon with blocker or reboot gain security attack +1. Okay, that's good, but at the same time, most blockers, like I just said, have a negative effect if you swing with them, so maybe a bit rough. Nope, and the dogs are running. I don't know why the dogs are running. Can never be good. I wonder if that's Haley getting home? But I don't know. I don't think so. It feels early for that to be Haley getting home. And we've got a Magna Angemon. No effects on themselves, but inheritable. Again, 7,000 is pretty solid for an ultimate, so... And then the camera decided to unfocus itself because it's a little bastard. It was seeing my hand. Trash the bottom of a Digivolution card of your opponent's Digimon. That doesn't seem great as the inheritable that you're putting onto a Mega, but okay. I guess that's fine. Just like, I don't know, I expect an ultimate to have slightly more impact, because getting it out there is a pain. Nope, I have to move the hand because it wants to focus on the hand. Eden's Javelin. 6 memory. Do we have the digital line of Angemon now? I mean, yes? We don't have... I mean, if you mean just from the cards we've opened, yes, a lot of these effects are to hurt Digiburst, because Digiburst is really good. Main, so six memory, main trigger, draw 1. Then one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus, is that 1,000 for each card in your turn? Oh, okay. So it's just like a yellow card draw that might, depending on how many cards are in your hand, be a kill spell. So that's cute. Yellow's so yellow sort of does creature destruction, but only through like lowering their power. Yeah, either way, it's a draw card. The problem is just like 6 for a draw card feels like a lot, especially when it's no card advantage. It's not gaining card advantage. As a security card, it's great, but you can't really control what's a security card. Also, hey, Demi Maramon. I'm on board with adorable Digi-Eggs. Now, if the camera would just focus so that we can see what its fucking effect is. Come on, it has a face. You can control security, but it's a lot harder. Trigger, on deletion, draw 1, then trash 1 card from your hand. Okay, the problem with that is that there's a bunch of purple cards that have that as an inheritable on attack, and on attack that feels way less wasteful than on deletion on a Digi-Egg, because you don't get a lot. Yeah, I mean, Gaia Force is card advantage by itself because, or not card advantage. Gaia Force is just destroy a thing. Like, that's just good. Especially in a format or a card game where there aren't that many just kill spells. Vedramon, hey, the shitty cousin of Xvmon, I will fight you on this. Digivolves for relatively little, so hey, that's nice. Your turn, whenever you have a blue tamer in play, this Digimon gains jamming. Okay, that's actually kick-ass. Jamming basically means that they win all fights with security Digimon. Or not win, they survive, and it doesn't matter if they win, because they survived. So you're coming out ahead, which, yeah, that's kick-ass. Vedramon feels like they tried to, see, it's like Greymon. Yeah, but I feel like Vedramon was around before they even introduced Xvmon. Or Vmon properly. So, oh my god, I'm a little annoyed about this. Sorry, I happened to see what the next card is after this. So first up, hello, my love.
Hi, how long has that door been shut?
What door?
Our door.
Long, why?
Calcifer was in there.
Of course he was. It's been shut all day.
Okay, good.
Why?
Imagine that cat in a room all day with no litter box.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, did he do something?
Oh, I didn't see anything. I just opened it to put my stuff in.
The smell would give it away, but okay. Inquisitor Gaia, hey, how are you doing?
Also, hi, beautiful chat. I adore you. I'll bring your food up.
Yay, thank you. I was going to ask.
No, I'm going to leave you to starve up here.
Shh. Oh my god, camera, refocus, you little bastard. Joe Keto. So, I don't think we've talked about tamers yet. These, like Digimon, just sort of like sit on the field and do whatever the hell it is that they say they do. Start of your turn, if you have a Digimon with blocker in play, gain 1 memory. That's actually pretty fucking kick-ass. Like, it's just, hey, are you prepared to weather an attack? Cool, gain extra memory so you can do more stuff. I like that. I think even some of the decks I was looking at building, the foil outline just means that it's rare. Yeah, because it's, hang on. It's hard to see, but there we go. That number in the corner is basically how you determine how many printings of a given card you can have. So there are multiple cards whose name is Joe Keto, but you can only have 4 that are codename or that are number BT3-095, because that's the one with this specific effect, and the R there means rare, so that's why it has the foil outline, because all rares and secret rares and whatever have some kind of indication on them. Also, Inquisitor Gaia, we're doing quite well. I mean, I'm also opening an entire booster box of Digimon, so I will probably regret it after today, but whatever. And hey, guess what? Our next one's our first duplicate already. We opened a second Malamyotismon. He does the same thing as the first one we opened. Surprise, surprise, because he's from the same set. And I don't believe they've yet decided to... Thank you very much. I don't believe they've yet decided to print multiple of the same card with different effects in one set yet. Dupe's Claws, do we get gems? We can play 4 of, so not yet. Thoughts on the tiny booster box? It was still less than buying the individual number of packs, so Sorry, eating a mozzarella stick. I'm not that sorry, but I'm a little sorry. How is this bot ordering people? Yeah, I'm just used to Magic where it's 32 card, or is it 36 card boxes? But Yu-Gi-Oh! Also has, like, variable pack sizes, and usually smaller. I'm trying to figure out, I think that is a version, yep, that is a version of Omnimon in this pack, so. Do I still have water? I do still have coffee in here. Not water. I know how things work. Hello, Cosmo. Might take a break to go feed doggos. Yes, I know we're 3 packs in and we're already talking about taking a break, but this is going to take a while, okay? I'm so glad I grabbed scissors because I do not think there's actually a convenient way of opening these fucking things. But I also don't think I've ever bought or even thought about buying a box of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Like, I've bought packs, but usually with them, it was... I think the problem for me with buying Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards was always that the what's the kindest way of putting this? They do that fucking shitty thing where archetypes are spread between multiple packs, so there's limited benefit to just going, I'm gonna buy a box of X, instead of just buying the individual cards you actually want. Eating one more mozzarella stick because I have no self-control. Also because I'm hungry. There we go. I wasn't sure how audible that was, so I was concerned. Baron, I hate that. Just like the fact that the fact that there's a difference between set and draft and whatever the fuck masters and... No, I don't care. Hey, Dino Beemon, which... That is an ultimate. Yep, that is an ultimate with 10,000. Once again, so... Again, it's a little boring just because it's a vanilla with a massive butt. So it does what it needs to. And it even has pretty art, so we'll take that. I know what you meant. It's just a pain in the ass how many different formats of packs they have managed to produce. Nyarph. Got Positron Laser, a new option. Oh, what is that security effect? Okay, main for 6, up to 2 of your opponent's Digimon can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's next turn. Then, if you have a blue Digimon in play, because it's a green card, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to its owner's hand, trash all the Digivolution cards. Fun thing, this card game has only been out for like a year and change, and they've already gone, okay, we don't feel like we need to explain that bit there anymore, so it's now reminder text. Security. Up to 2 of your opponent's Digimon can't attack for the turn. Then, if you have a blue Digimon play, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to its owner's hand. Is that not just the same effect? Oh, it removes the block part. Because it doesn't matter. Which feels like a weird thing, but sure. I mean, otherwise it's the exact same effect. Oh, hey, it's the palette swap of Goblinmon, Shamanmon. Shamanmon? I never figured out how you're actually supposed to pronounce it. Which, hey, it's a 4,000 rookie that evolves for 3, or for 0, so hey. Camera, why are you such an asshole? Come on, show the pretty art, because it's like a shitload of these things. Actually, I think the rest of these are Goblinmons now that I'm looking at it. Camera. Why must thou betray me? Yeah, so it's one Shamanmon surrounded by Goblinmons. That's actually super cute. Or Goblimons. I forget that there's no N in their name. Oh, hey, it's that thing that I mentioned. How there's an Agumon at like every level. This is the rookie one. It's also cheap as shit. Like 2 or 0 for 3,000 is pretty fucking cheap. Like no effects, but that's because it's cheap and like decently statted. Holy Wave for 6. Trigger recover. Oh, okay. So this is one of those things that like I read and my Magic player brain goes, "Oh, life gain's terrible." Except in this game, life gain is actually really useful. So trigger recovery 1, place the top card of your deck onto the top of your security stack. So your security stack starts out at 5, and you cannot increase it unless you do things that have recovery enter number. So for 6, it's a bit expensive, I feel, but as a security card, it's great. Oh shit. I think this is one of the ones that's relatively desired. Relatively, insofar as building a dumb Imperialdramon deck. It's a Veemon with 2,000 stats and an inheritable of once per turn when this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your main phase, trigger draw 1. That's, wait, during your main phase, not during your unsuspend phase. Okay, that's a little weird. So basically, whatever digivolves onto this, you want to have some way of unsuspending itself so that you can draw extra cards, but that's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, also, Veemon's cute. Like, I'll give them this. Yes, Veemon is cute. And I know that in upcoming sets, we're finally going to get Armor Digivolution, and I kind of can't wait because I love Armor Digivolution. And they look really silly, and I'm really here for it. So we've got Paildramon, who is another one of those ones that goes into that that level 7 we already have. So champion, 4,000 for 2, not terrible, not the best, but hey. Come on, let me read the card. When attacking this Digimon, just don't want tamers becoming Digimon. I like that. I fucking love that. I don't know if I can explain exactly how here for that mechanic I am. If this Digimon is level 7, trigger D-Digivolve 1 on one of your opponent's Digimon. So this, again, is an inheritable, so it applies to the thing that Digivolves into, or that is stacked on top of this, but not itself. Yeah, so it's just explaining D-Digivolve 1. So that's kick-ass. Oh, hey, we've got another dupe. Because we've got Calvus Angemon again, who's just like, hey, what if I were also a kill spell on attack that only works when you're... that only works, like, partially through the game once you've taken some security damage. Cedrimon, who is technically a rookie, but also has I was expecting a bigger butt given how this boy plays in Cyber Sleuth, but okay. So only 1,000 stats on play. Reveal the top card of your deck. Add one Loradmon card and one Digimon with the Legend Arms in its type. Amongst them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So actually pretty nice because it's tutoring, well, searching more accurately. And I believe that affects the... Yeah. So that's more things that feed into this big friendo. Because you can see at the very bottom there, they've got Legend Arms. So that is their tribe, I guess, for lack of a better word. But hey, that's cool. We're getting a bunch of... I mean, to be fair, that is part of this set was was creating this archetype. Oh, hey, cool, we got the thing that's restricted. We got hidden potential discovered. So for 0, which is part of why it's restricted now, the next time one of your green Digimon digivolves this turn, you may suspend one of your Digimon to reduce the memory cost of the Digivolution by 5. With the security effect, add this card to your hand. So, yeah. They went, oh shit, maybe we made it too easy to do shit for free. You know, that thing that every card game always has to learn. Or you could do things like Yu-Gi-Oh! And just knuckle down on, okay, but what if we made everyone able to do free shit? And hey, one I was really hoping for, Paildramon, who's got jamming, which fuck yes. So again, this one can digivolve onto a blue or green, since can digivolve from XVmon or Stingmon. I mean, obviously any other champion too, but still. Come on, refocus camera, you little whore basket. 7,000 on Ultimate, again, pretty solid. An upcoming set will actually, like one of the sets that I don't think is out in Japan yet, but will be out soonish, has proper DNA Digivolution instead of this sort of like hybrid system that might be interesting. So, and then it has the inheritable when attacking once per turn. This has Imperialdramon in its name unsuspended. Oh, so it can, so it gives, if it digivolves into Imperialdramon, it gives Imperialdramon double strike, basically, yeah. And yes, you are a rare. Okay, both of them are just rares this time. We've got a Grace Cross Freezer for 4. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, their Digimon and with no Digivolution cards can't attack. Security, your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't attack for the turn. Oh, because if they worded it the same, it would last for too long? Okay. Yeah, that's actually just pretty solid. For 4, yeah, for 4, especially since Blue's whole thing is trying to stop... Oops. Is trying to stop enemies from having proper Digimon stacks. Okay. Up next is another Imperialdramon pack. This is going to take a while because we haven't hit that many duplicates. So I'm definitely going to have to stop to eat some dinner. Especially before the dinner gets cold. Or just make it into a mukbang. Which, don't yell at me, Joe. I tried to say it right. I don't know if Joe's actually here, but still. Oh, hello there. That was both directed at a doglet in my office and at an adorable sea lion doglet. It's Gomamon. It's Gomamon. He's adorable. When playing this card from your hand, reduce its memory cost by 1 for each of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. Oh, that's a cute mechanic. But I believe because that says play, not digivolve, it wouldn't matter for the Digivolution anyway. But if for some reason you had an effect that increased its cost, that wouldn't affect the Digivolution cost. Because there's a distinct difference between play and digivolve. Also, hey, I know someone asked about it, but yes, indeed, we are now 1 away from having the entire Agumon line, because now we've got Blue Betamon. Technically, we have an Agumon Alt, or Mega, but it's in the yellow, so can't actually digivolve onto the Betamon line that we have so far. Vanilla, oh my goodness, camera, you horrible little bastard. Vanilla, like 4,000 Digivolves for 0. It's one of those just like, it's fine. It does nothing special at all. Which, sure. Especially since apparently there is a sealed format, though it seems to only be played for, what's it called? Brain. It only gets played for pre-releases. Like, these are still kind of necessary things, but also occasionally you just need some stuff to fill out your deck because you need a butt. Like, you need a body on the floor, sort of like Lavor. Oh my goodness. How the fuck am I supposed to say this? Likes focusing on this side? Nope, didn't help. Can you tell that I'm having trouble braining which way I need to tilt the cards to keep them in focus properly? Lavorvomon? I mean, it's just a big butt champion. Like, 6,000 on a champion's pretty good, especially to Digivolve for 2. Like, yeah, it's fine. What's up? Thank you. Oh, thank you. Haley, what's up? Can I help? Yay, more options. There are definitely this card game is very focused on creatures, so there aren't always as many options and things. So it's nice to see some. Also, I'm in love with you. This art on Cherrymon just reminds me of a board game that I remember playing as a kid that I can't remember the name of. That was just about like collecting cherries somehow. 4. Suspend all your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. Actually, that's pretty kick-ass considering that's what green wants to be doing. Like, the security effect's a little bit less good, but just because you can't control when it goes off. But that's pretty good. Also, I'm trying not to show it, but there's something very shiny at the back of this pack. Oh, hey, I needed one of these for a deck I was looking at. Blossomon. Blossomon. Which, once again, has Digisorption -3. When one of your Digimon digivolves into this card from your hand, you may suspend one of your Digimon to reduce the memory cost of the Digivolution by 3. So basically the idea is that the Digimon who's on the field is the one doing the Digivolution, but it's going into this card, so the effect has to be on this card. So functionally, 0 for a 7,000 power ultimate is really good. Oh, hey, it's this weird-ass thingamajig. Psychmon, who's definitely not just a purple Agumon that is a data type instead of... Is Agumon... Or not Agumon. Is Gabumon normally a vaccine? I feel like he is. But yeah. I mean, also, it's just a very large rookie. Like, Digivolves for 1 for 5,000. Like, hello, yes, I am large butt. Oh, hey, and another duplicate. We got the manga Andromon that I am at best mild on because their effect does not seem great for their cost, especially considering that you only get it once it digivolves into a mega. Oh, hey, we got another one of the Legend Arms cards. We got a Ludamon. So this is the rookie for the black side as opposed to the red side, which Zudamon was. On play, so means we can't actually get that effect if we digivolve into it. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, add 1... It's literally the exact same effect as Zudamon. It's literally the exact same effect as Zudamon. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. It's weird. The Digivolution cost is a weird offset. It's like, it's 0 for the Digivolution for a 1,000 power unit, but then you just kind of end up with this relatively unhelpful thing. Like, you have to spend the big money to get the major effect, which feels a little rough. Oh, hey, we've got another Digi-Egg. Again, I'm extremely on board with this because it's Paramon. So when attacking, so this is the inheritable for it. When attacking one of your opponent's Digimon with 1,000, or delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 1,000 or less. That's a really niche effect, but when it goes off, that's going to be really nice because there's a couple of low power rookies that have blocker that this can just delete then. So that's really cute. And if you're doing this in any kind of like red and yellow together deck, you'll be able to lower DP and use that inheritable to delete enemies. So that's nice. Ooh, our other uncommon is Terriermon, who's always an adorable classic, even if they have the wrong in training on their head. Why are they sitting on a stoplight in a forest? All turns, your opponents can't gain memory except with tamer effects. Oh, I fucking love that. Oh, I adore that. Digivolves for 0, so, like, not too bad. Oh. Random stoplight is very Digimon, that's true. That's very true. I know this Terriermon is super strong. I love it. Oh, it's so cute, and weirdly, my biggest issue with it is mostly just, why is the wrong baby on top of it? And hey, for our first rare, we got Davis. Come on. So, security effects of tamers are usually play them for free. For 4, start of your turn, if you have 2 memory or less, set your memory to 3. That is kick ass because a lot of Digimon is based around trying to make sure that your opponent is starting their turn with as little memory as possible. So that is pretty cool. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 blue and 1 green Digimon cards amongst them to your hand, place the remaining at the bottom of your deck in any order. Again, that's fucking kick ass. I love that. And our final card, which is, yes, also secret rare, is Cirrus Mon? I'm going to go with Cirrus Mon. So once again, Digi-absorption of 3, kick ass. Your turn, once per turn, when suspending Digimon for a Digisorption skill, you may suspend your opponent's Digimon instead? Oh, hell yes. I mean, it's a bit, like, it's late because that's very much on a Mega, but also, holy shit. Also, for sense of size, that is a Parrotmon right there in the art. And Parrotmons have been shown to be, like, the size of a 3-story building at least. And it's just casually riding on this thing. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I love it so very much. Yeah, scale bird. Except that in this case, we know that the scale bird is the size of a fucking building. Hang on. I'm gonna poke Haley. Wait, hang on. Haley, you're listening, aren't you? Do you want to come join in on this? Also, I'm gonna eat some of my food, so I'm turning the camera up. Hi. Hi. It's essentially an island, but flying? Yeah. So, hey, sorry, I'm gonna eat while we talk. Oh, this one's done something horrible. Cool. It's like all of the tater tots fell to the back. I think there was a fork in there. There's usually a fork. Okay, you just seem annoyed, so I wanted to try and include you if I could. Okay. Yes, there are multiple puppies. Well, I try and find a... Possibly? There's usually one here, but I'm not seeing one. A little bit. Thank you, my love. I'm just gonna sit here and stare at those now. But yeah, hey chat. So we'll get a Haley involved. And I will try not to deafen you all. Well, I moved the chair somewhere silly. is I'll probably... sorry. This is going to be weird. Okay. Set the mic like this so I can increase the gain so that you can hear me, and then Haley, who will probably be here-ish, but when the camera's facing down you won't know, but I'm telling you now. Sorry about the blinding light behind me. This was very much a setup intended just for looking at the table. Thank you, love. So how is everyone doing? And also, I'm sorry that I'm eating, but I'm also not sorry because food. Did anyone have anything good to eat today? I'm curious, because I know someone said that they had mott sticks for lunch. Just finished your first day of work in a month? I don't know if that's good or bad. Leftover beef curry? Oh, that sounds so good, Garrity. I'm just gonna try and clear as much space as possible. And then the intention to like hand cards to you so that you can do whatever you want with them. Okay. Like I'll show them to chat and then pass them over to you. Okay. Just, you know, once we finish food. Sorry, I kept setting things on it because I was like, I don't want to move it back to the bedroom because it'll just sit there. At least here it's out of the way. Also, how can you hear Haley and or me?
Okay.
What?
I was just gonna say okay, so I could talk a little bit, so people could get a sample, a chat sample.
Okay, you can hear Haley fine? Good, yay. We both produce audio. Okay. Back at work as well, it's stressful. Oh, I'm sorry, Kaordy.
I'm so sorry, Kaordy.
Just the, like, dealing with people since coming out, or what? Homemade burgers sound nice. I keep meaning to make them because we have only the 2 buns left.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about those tomorrow?
Sure.
Just before whenever Miriam's coming by?
Mm-hmm.
Do we know when Miriam's coming by?
No.
Okay. Bulgogi bowl kimchi. Oh, except for the kimchi part, I'm on board with that. But spicy.
Have you had kimchi since you?
No, but like I like spicy now, but I don't like spicy that much. And in my experience, kimchi only has one spicy setting, and it's high.
I just thought you would like the pickled bit.
Oh, probably, yeah. See, I do like cabbage. I actually really like cabbage. The problem is, for me, is definitely the spice level. Because while I like spice more now...
So if we made you, moderate pickled, moderate kimchi?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Because I didn't know you like cabbage.
Yeah, I like cabbage. It's one of those things where it's... I tend to like it, but it's also... It can be cooked so wrong.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly, as Inquisitor Guy says, kimchi has multiple spice settings. Hot, hotter, lava.
So are you aware, you know who Hank Green is, right? Do you have any problem with Hank Green?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. So I follow Hank Green on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And he was responding to a question about ice being a rock.
I hate whoever said that part, but okay.
And then, is water lava? Because based on the scientific definitions, the answer is yes to both questions.
No, because, I mean, I guess depending on how loose your definition of rock is. Because it is a solid, but it's not necessarily a mineral, which I feel like rocks are required to be, but really, okay. That's stupid. That sounds like the sort of pedantic argument that's like, is X a sandwich sort of thing that makes me just go like, this is so pointless and I hate it.
I know.
Yeah, I've seen bits of like Hank Green stuff and know that he is a funny person. It's just that in particular is not my jam.
It was mostly humor.
Mm-hmm.
And Hank was just like, I can't even right now. So he was very much like, Like, I can't with this.
There's a single fry mixed into the center of my chili cheese toast. It's not quite the joy that you get from like a single curly fry in your fries.
Yes, Koo. It's fun as sandwich.
Shh, I'm choosing to ignore this entire discussion. But yeah, I love Korean, but yeah, it's mostly just I like the idea of kimchi, but in general, it's just it's too spicy.
So if we just made at-home kimchi, probably dope.
Probably, yeah.
Into your specific spice tolerances.
Yes. Would you not be on board with that? Because pickles or what?
No,
pickled.
I like pickled, depending on the day.
Okay.
Usually, again, for me, kimchi was I'm gonna die.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, I feel like I died easier than you died.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Without question.
So, anyway. But yeah, I would like to like more pickled things.
Oh good, the hot dog discussion is actually just gonna happen now. Cool. Thought I'd established I deeply hate this conversation, so I won't be taking part in it, but okay. Like, I have no issue with people enjoying it. It's mostly just I don't like it as an argument because it's just pedantism, I guess. Like, there's no benefit to having the argument beyond just, we've figured out how we choose to define very specific words in very minor use cases. Yeah, like I said, I don't dislike it. It's just like it's fine if Chad has the discussion. It's just I will not be taking part in it, which means I have to come up with other things to do.
Yeah,
Oliver.
Is he being a dumb?
Sort of.
Being a silly boy.
He was chewing on his buns a little bit.
Ollie, we just fixed those. I would like you to like leave those alone for a little while.
I mean, we haven't officially fixed them. We've begun the process of fixing them.
AKA, he got to go to the vet and have a needle put in his butt.
Not a needle. It was very specifically not a needle. They like...
I was trying not to make it graphic for chat and just like really broad stroke it.
Yeah. Sorry, there's a mint in my mozzarella thing. Okay. These are also like the palest mozzarella sticks I've ever seen. They're still cooked through, but they're just so pale. Okay, Mushby, I need to go on you about this. That is bullshit. That whole okay. This is a horse I have to get up on.
A horse or a soapbox? Or a horse on a soapbox.
Okay, so the reason why the sugar content is so high on things like soap horse, soapbox, that's what I was actually trying to think of. So this is also the same thing about the whole Subway bread being classified as cake in, I think it was Ireland, is that those rulings and establishments are basically only for tax purposes and are set up because the French set a whole bunch of culinary rules, and their culinary rules say that most bread, if it's not like an enriched bread, which they generally don't always count as bread anyway, does not contain any sugar. And that anything containing, I only know the Irish one off the top of my head for sure, but anything containing 10% sugar or more is considered to be cake, which is why the bread used in Subway is considered cake. However, I need to also point out that 10% is not 10% of the total mass. It is baker's math. It is 10% of the flour, because the way that you do baker's math is fucking stupid, but It's set up this way so that you can easily change values. No, not dry weight either. It's set up so that 100% is flour, and everything else then is based off of a ratio of that. So most actual cakes are like at least 80% sugar, because the sugar weight is at least 80% of the weight of the flour. And the same thing goes for many cakes are what are called high ratio, which means that they have more sugar than flour, which is very common in cakes. But for tax purposes, if you are using extremely stupid French rules, that means you can mark a lot more things as cake and therefore a luxury resource and tax them higher. So French, because their breads are no sugar, because the traditional baguette is flour, salt, yeast, water, nothing else. That's where a lot of bread laws come from. However, a lot of other things, plenty of breads are still bread, even without being enriched breads that include things like extra certain ratios of fats or eggs or sugar, still use some amount of sugar because the yeast can eat it and therefore work better and faster. So that's always a bullshit thing that really, really annoys the fucking shit out of me. So this is the reverse of Pringles equals biscuits. Okay, so part of the reason why Pringles are biscuits is because they're not actually potato chips. They're like a reconstituted potato product. So, sort of. But that one's mostly just because of their weird shit. I mean, not all Pringles are baked. Oh, wait, yes, Pringles are. Sorry, I was thinking Lay's. Oh, I love baked Lay's.
Also, for baker's weight, another reason that it's used is because not only so you can change values, but like a lot of it's used in operations and scaling. So I use baker's weight personally a lot. That's how I do a lot of my recipes for my work, is in baker's weight. And then in theory, somebody could take my recipe that I worked on a very small scale and then take that into a plant and make a plant size scale trial out of that based on the percentages, without me having to do manual math saying, oh, I need to make a 2,500 time batch to get what I need. It's like, no, we need to make a blah, blah, blah batch. So we will adjust the percentages accordingly.
Yeah.
So that's one of the primary reasons. While baker's math isn't for everybody and not a lot of people understand it, and not a lot of people use it, that's why it's used. It's because it's in a very specific and niche industry.
That one's just one of those things that always ticks me off because, look, there's plenty of things to get pissy about the US for, but one of them is not, oh, they put sugar in their bread and that's so bad. It's like, yeah, plenty of people put sugar in their bread because it makes it easier to fucking make bread.
Yeah.
And it's an easy way of going, hey, we're doing this shitty tax thing so that we can start charging a luxury tax on fast food sandwiches. And how do we distract the fact that we are charging a luxury tax on fast food sandwiches? Oh, we make it about how this American product has sugar in it. Yeah, it also toasts better, for sure.
Because you have sugar and that caramelizes in the Maillard reaction. And blah, blah, blah. Welcome to your Food Course 101.
Yep.
Cosmo's like, crumbs!
Crumbs!
So yeah. Anyway, if you want a food lecture, you've come to the right place.
Yeah. It is a thing that happens here a lot. I don't feel like anyone here is new, but
no.
If you were, hey, this happens a lot.
Also, P.S. if you are new, hi, I'm Stormporch in chat. I'm Lair's wife.
Yeah. I don't, to be completely honest, I don't think there's anyone new here from the viewer list, but yeah.
If anybody watches the VOD.
Fair enough, yeah.
Just a P.S.
I wish it was easier to throw the chat into the VOD in some way, like on the YouTube VOD.
Yeah.
I say realizing that it's right there on the YouTube. Oh my god. For other things that I don't just have the chat on screen for.
Yeah. The food industry's a very complicated place, Kiordi.
Yep.
And I agree with you. I wish we didn't need the complex food laws we do today. But, you know, there was once upon a time food was not a safe thing to eat.
I mean,
if it was produced.
Arguably, those laws haven't been updated since the 1920s, but yeah.
Well, I mean, like, certain things have been updated about the laws.
Yes, but I'm not even referring to the laws so much as just, like, the tax laws, and it is very well established that almost every nation's tax laws are written to be as labyrinthian. I was trying to go for Byzantine, but I feel like labyrinthian works better.
You know, I always feel smart, and then I listen to you do this, and I'm like...
Many nations' tax laws are written specifically to be as labyrinthian as possible so that you never know what the fuck you're actually doing. And to be honest, I don't actually have an issue with, like, the idea of, yeah, we're going to tax Subway for and change the things that, yes, we're going to change their products to a tax code effect, like, that would make them pay more. Except that's not what the fucking ruling was about. It was about making customers pay more taxes, not the fucking corporation. I think there's like 3 different card arts. Or 4? Oh, I haven't seen any of these ones yet. I'm going to open this one next. Because Haley just found one that's...
I am indeed useful sometimes!
Yeah, Haley just found one that's Paildramon and Betamon and Agumon. I want to see if we can do this from this angle. I doubt it, but I want to see. Skizzers. I don't know why I've started saying skizzers, and I think it's your fault, and I don't remember why.
Have you opened this guy?
Yes. Because that's I think that was the second one I opened, because I was like, this looks like, I think, a variation of Omnimon.
So there are...
Okay. Oh, cool. We're going with more stuff from the second season. So first up, we've got Arukunimon. Yes, I remember how this one's pronounced. Fuck you. 6,000 for 7. When attacking, you may pay 3 memory to play 1 Malamyotismon from your hand without paying its memory cost? What the fuck? Cool. Also can be played on purple or green. That's cool. This was, if you ever watched the TV show and don't remember who this is the woman who, like, this was the one who, like, a lot of the time she just, like, walked around as a woman and would, like, pull one hair out and stick it into a control spire to turn it into an evil Digimon. And who, at one point, was like, shh, don't question my madness. And who, for a series of reasons, got annoyed that they kept killing her evil Digimon, was just like, you know what? Instead, I'll make one with 100 control spires. And I think the dub made a joke about her going bald when she did this, and just like being afraid that she would, and like that's how we got Black War Greymon, which someone tried to fucking explain to me on stream yesterday or 3 days ago. It was like, no, we got Black War Greymon because of Ken turning Agumon evil. It was like, no, we got Blue Metal Greymon that way, but okay. Cyrus is really pulling in the gatekeepers. Yeah, it was also just like, you're gatekeeping wrong. So, difference between German...
what have you been doing with the cards?
I've got a stack of them over here. Yes. Oh yeah, the difference between German and Belgian beer is really interesting result of purity laws, which also exist for tax purposes. Because hey, so fun thing, beer used to be the primary thing that Europeans drank. It was very low alcohol beer, but it was the primary thing they drank because they polluted most of their water supply. Sorry, the mic is over here. So they polluted most of their water supply, so they're like, we can't drink our water. Yes, alcohol taxes are some of the oldest. However, beer purity laws were a new introduction because a lot of people would brew their own beer and produce what we refer to as a brut, which were instead of hops and standardized wheat, they would use whatever grain they happened to have or could trade for relatively easily. And they didn't have hops, or they didn't consistently have hops, so they would use, or sorry, not a brut, a gruit. So they would use whatever herbs they had access to, usually in their local area, sometimes that they grew at their house. And the German beer purity laws were part of a push to do more efficient alcohol taxation, because if you didn't know what was going into someone's beer that everyone was drinking, you didn't necessarily know exactly how to tax them and they could lie. So they established these beer purity laws where German beer could only include barley, water, specific kinds of yeast, and hops. Well, actually, the yeast wasn't super controlled until later, but still. And hops, which is how we basically got the German beer industry. And because Germans invented the American beer industry, that's how you got most of America's beers, and why a lot of them are lagers, because those are what were most easily made with the German beer purity laws. And unfortunately, we've actually lost a lot because of that. Fun thing, the root word for witch also somehow, it's a very weird way, but the word witch in a roundabout circuitous route returns to an old, I think, Middle German word referring to brewing, because that's where the idea came from, was that usually the grandmother of a family would be the one responsible for making the family beer and would have the recipe, and that's where the image of like the older woman like stirring over a giant cauldron came from and became synonymous with witchcraft. Also, up next we have Skull Maramon, who they're fine. Like they're a big metal biker boy with fire chains. I like how I got it to focus on the first card, and then as soon as we went on to the second one, it's just like, yeah, but what if I don't? Because yeah, I mean, they're fine. Again, like they're a perfectly fine vanilla creature. I don't know how I feel about this one, but okay. So we've got Betamon, 2000 power rookie, fine. Like evolves for 3, or evolves for 0, pay 3 to play. On deletion, gain 1 memory. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I guess I would prefer that effect on a rookie than on something bigger and more impressive. So, you know what? Here. There we go. Get healing one shot. Like, I guess that's better than putting it on, like, a champion or something.
I just, like, randomly sort these. Is that cool?
I mean, there is a specific way to sort them, but okay.
I mean, I was color sorting,
though. Okay, so the way to sort them is just by the number order, and the number order is based on color.
Okay. So if I color sort and then start looking at numbers, I will be right.
Mostly, there's technically 3 sets in here, but they're mostly going to be from BT2 and BT3.
Okay.
Hi, Alex Gold. And your friend? Hi. Okay, up next is yet another... Ooh, that is terrible stats, but maybe the effect that I didn't read will make up for it. Yerp. Oh, you're in the way. There we go. And blinding the card. We've got a Gargamon, 4 and 2. 3,000 is a little low for a champion. Yeah, Ah, that's what you're trying to do. Took me a minute to figure it out. Nope, fuck you. Trying to figure out what you were trying to get me to say, and it took a second, but I clicked. Come here. Why are you being such a pill on this focus? Oh, because you can see Haley's face. What is it? When attacking your opponent's Digimon, gets minus 1000 DP for the turn. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's still 3000 for a champion, which just feels low?
Yeah.
But I guess it digivolves for 2, so it's fine. It's aggressively fine.
It's adorable.
Oh yeah, the art is great. The art is great, but the art is great on so many things in this card game. So.
Kitty, because look at his big old front paw.
I'm trying to. There's like a canonical weird thing about Garumon's gloves, and I don't remember what it is. Because those aren't their hands.
I know.
And
they are very obviously gloves.
Yeah, I think the claws are supposed to be like Leomon claws, but I don't remember for sure.
Yeah, because I don't know much about the canonicals.
Yeah, I mean, my memory is also just like screwy.
You have memory, I have lack of knowledge to start
Yes. With. Also, hi, teenager boy. Up next, we've got GeoGreymon, who I'm always on board with seeing GeoGreymon because they're basically just Greymon, but very slightly different. Oh, camera, why are you such an ass? Come on, I believe in you. You can do this. Nope, because I can't get it to only. Fine, we'll return to the old setup. I thought I could.
We shall return. F you.
F you. Okay. There we go. We've got GeoGreymon. 4000 for 2 or 4. When attacking, if you have 3 or more yellow tamers in play, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 for the turn. I mean, it's fine. Again, like, the problem is minus 2000 just doesn't feel that impressive, but I guess it is going to be the difference between... Like, it could definitely be the, and now we're winning this fight.
Yeah.
And as Done Randomly has already pointed out, there is kind of a thing for, like, Greymon Tribal as a thing. So, makes sense. Up next, we've got another duplicate. Actually, it looks like we've got a couple of duplicates. Because first off, we have Death Parade Blaster, which again is the name of this attack, and I don't remember that being the name of this attack, which I think means the dub changed it to something weird. We've also got Ikakumon, who is another duplicate.
Didn't Oh yeah, because I remember you talking about Ikakumon and the weird laser thing.
The weird what?
Like laser out of its horn.
No, missile. Missile out of its horn.
Missile, sorry.
Like the thing what is happening in the art. Oh hey, we've got Puppet Pummel, which is the name of Puppetmon's attack. 3 memory, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then one of your Digimon gets plus 2000 for the turn. Oh, that's cute. So it's basically just a... So I talked about how Green's primary way of dealing with opponent's Digimon is to suspend them so that they can then swing at them. Because you can't directly target an opponent's Digimon unless they're suspended or tapped for you Magic players. So this way you can suspend something, make something of yours bigger to make sure you get the kill. So that's cute. Does honk that it has no security effect, but that's unfortunately going to happen with some things. Ooh, hey, guess what? We've got another Agumon. And, because that doesn't actually mean anything, it's one we don't have yet. So this is the Mega for Agumon. I believe they have a level 7 version. So 11,000 power, evolves for 5, but it has Digisorption for 3. So we can do the whole tap a different Digimon to pay a bunch of the cost. Your turn, for each of your other suspended Digimon, this Digimon gains security attack plus 1. Oh, holy hell. So, even if you're only suspending one Digimon to play it, that's still giving it an extra security attack.
Goodness.
Yup. Maramon, we got another egg. Again, I'm continue to be extremely on board with getting eggs. And the focus shifted to, I think, my water bottle.
Just play a game of where is it focused.
Yep. While this Digimon is suspended, all of your security Digimon get plus 1,000. Oh, okay, that's actually a cute mechanic to have on a on a Digi-Egg, because that means that literally anytime you attack with the thing that this Digivolves into, since it can't do anything on its own, you'll always be making your security Digimon bigger on your turn. That's very kick-ass. I like that.
Ooh, oh my goodness.
Yep, that is the baby for Salamon and Gatomon.
So cute.
Ooh,
so cute.
We've got another Legend Arms. I'm really on board with these ones. We've got Durandamon. So again, can Digivolve onto a red or a black. No real effects on itself, but it does have 12,000 DP. Piercing, as it's inheritable. So basically means that this Digimon can attack another Digimon, but then still do security damage after the fact, which is very fun. Sort of like Trample, except that, you know, where Trample, if you swing with like a 3-3 at a 2-2, only one damage gets through. In this case, it's just all the security damage still gets through. Yay! I was hoping for this one! Our other rare in the pack is Wormmon, who is just super adorable. So for 1,000, it's, for 3 or 0, it's 1,000. On deletion, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 level 4 or 5 Digimon amongst them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. I just like Wormmon. They're so cute. What did you do with all of the packs?
They're right here.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was going to trust you to just hand me the next one, but okay. I don't remember if we've opened one with an Ultra Veemon on it, or Ulvemon? I don't remember what its actual name is. The Betamon final evolution. I keep setting the scissors down and then immediately forgetting where I've set them down. Which is probably on brand for me, but whatever. I'm actually really happy with all of the cards we've pulled so far. Like, there have been a couple that are just like, meh, but even then, they're relatively on brand for the sort of stuff that I've actually been wanting to, like, build decks around. Oh, this one's super cute. I saw the card art for this a while ago and went, oh, I love this. So we've got Arukunimon. So I think this is technically the exact same stats as the Arukunimon in the starter deck. 4,000 DP, costs 3 or 0. So it's just a strong rookie, and I like the fact that it's like dashing through this bush holding some sort of metallic mushroom. Like, I just am covering the water so that it can focus better. I don't know, I just really like that. It really wants to focus on the Shedinja on my water bottle. Oh, hey, another duplicate. We got another Gomamon, who, again, has the cute thing where it can reduce its own play cost, which is fine. Like, doesn't do anything super impressive, but yeah. Ooh, Cedrimon! We've seen Mega Cedrimon, who I believe had an inheritable effect. This Cedrimon just, like, digivolves for cheap, and wow, 3,000 as a play cost is actually 3,000. 3 for the play cost on a champion is pretty nice, actually. Feels like that line is mostly vanilla, but hey. I'm trying to think of which of the original series Digimon we haven't seen yet.
What's with the peas?
What do you mean the peas? Oh, those are like the promo ones. So they're not properly from this set. We've got Gurumon. So, no, it's why do you itch? Ultimate, 7,000, Digivolves for 3, again, all pretty solid. When attacking this card, when this Digimon attacks a player, trigger draw 1. Hey, stop.
Voice.
A little annoying that it won't work when you're attacking another Digimon, but red generally tends to be very aggro, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Ooh, and we've got another option. So to be clear, options tend to be named after an attack done by a specific Digimon. So Digimon. So we've got Howling Crusher, which is Saber Leomon's attack. Obviously, Saber Leomon being the Digimon pictured in the card. Oh my god, you little whore basket. Come on. You were capturing it just fine. I'll move the water bottle away if you are so focused on it. There we go. 7. Ooh, this better be worth it. Main, trash all Digivolution cards under all of your opponent's Digimon. Okay, yep, that's worth it.
Yeah.
And security effect is just to play it for free. So yeah, that's kick-ass.
I'm gonna hate this when stuff plays it.
Then we've got Tankmon, which is just Tankmon. I mean, it's 6,000 for a champion, which is pretty kick-ass. Oh my god, you're picking up the card sleeves now? There is a bright fucking thing directly in front of you, but yes, look at the card sleeves, you asshole. Digivolves for 1 for 6,000 on a champion is just pretty good, right? Like, again, it's vanilla, but it seems like a pretty fun vanilla. Also, it's literally a possessed tank. We've got another one of our, what is it called? Legend Arms. Zuda Eagermon, which I feel would have translated better as Eager Zudamon, but on your turn, when this Digimon is level 7, it gains security attack +1. Okay, relatively minor, but still solid. Digivolves for 2 on a red creature, and like 4,000 power is just good. Like, there's nothing bad about it, it's just not, like, amazing? Oh, okay, we got another silly one I was hoping for. We've got Boncho Stingmon. So, there's a bunch of these cards that are, like, they're Boncho, they're like mega variations of existing cards that usually just look kind of dumb and edgy, and I'm really here for it. So it's a mega, Digivolves for 3, 9,000 power. The camera refuses to focus because it is a little bastard. Come on. Thank you. Piercing. When attacking, if you attack an opponent, this Digimon has 12,000 DP if you attack an opponent's Digimon that has 12,000 DP or more, this Digimon gets 7,000 DP and security attack +2 for the turn. So the basic idea is that it's really good at punching enemy Digimon and then still getting advantage out of it. I like that. Ooh! Hey, another super cute egg. We got Gigimon!
No, his bread!
Yup. That is a reference to the TV show because Takato, the tamer for Guillomon's parents, owned a bakery, and Guillomon ate so much fucking bread. Come on, you lost focus there. On your turn, if there are 5 or more cards in your opponent's trash, this Digimon gets +1,000 DP. Ooh, that's like an anti-purple tech card. I kind of like that. I was just gonna set it over there.
Oh yeah, that's my egg pile.
I know. And then we've got Paildramon. We're definitely running out of like Digidestin Digimon we haven't seen yet. 3,000 power in a champion, so nothing to write home about, but like it's fine. But Digivolves for 2, which is always good. And now I can't read the effect because it unfocused again. When attacking, this Digimon attacks a player, it gets +4,000 for the turn. Okay, that's pretty good. So that means that if it doesn't attack a tapped Digimon, it will be better prepared to fight a... I hope that's Steph. It'll be better prepared to fight a security Digimon, which is cool. And hey, we're into the rares now. I think that one wasn't a rare.
You?
Yep, that's an uncommon then. So first up, we've got, hey, what if the gun rabbit dog turned into a gun rabbit dog mech? We've got Mega Gargamon, who has fucking missiles for shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. 11,000 power, Digivolves for 4, both pretty common for Megas. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. It doesn't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. Kick ass. Your turn. While your opponent has a suspended Digimon in play, this Digimon gets security attack +1. Also kick ass because it enables its secondary ability. That's fucking sweet. Oh, did I not take the index card out of this? I did not. And finally, we've got Metal Mamamon, who befuddles me to no end because there are 5 different Mamamons, and all of them are ultimates. They're not even like a thing that digivolves into each other. Base cost of 8, which feels a bit high for... Cosmo, shut up!
No.
Which feels like it's a bit of a high base cost, but digivolves for 3, so that's solid. 7,000 DP, Reboot, which is the thing where it unsuspends during the opponent's unsuspend phase 2. When digivolving, return 1 level 7 Digimon card with Virus in its attributes from your trash to your hand. That is a very... I was going to say purple, but I guess purple mostly pulls things out of the graveyard onto the field. So I like that as like a recovery aspect. It's cute. Would you like to pick another pack for me? Because that was the last card. We have so many packs to go through. I'm going to regret this and I don't care. Thank you, my love. Ooh, Haley's grabbed us another Imperialdramon pack.
Hi.
How are you doing, Steph? Good. We were opening the entire box because we were foolish.
Nice. I'm glad it came in.
Yes.
I'm sorting.
Yes. Sorting might be a strong word. We'll see how it. We'll see how it looks when it's all done. Like, what?
You're doing great. What? I said I'm sure you're doing great.
Thanks.
So first up, we've got Arctic Blizzard, which is Valkymon's attack. For 2 memory, choose 1 Digivolution card from your opponent's Digimon and trash it. Then one of your Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP for the turn. That's kind of cute, and it adds itself to your hand as a security effect, so... We've got another Betamon, which is the on deletion, it gains you an extra memory. So I guess the idea is that it sits there as a thing your opponent doesn't necessarily want to kill, because if they kill it, there's a non-zero chance it would move the turn over to yours. Okay, this is the best I've ever seen a Maramon look. Like, it's just fucking Maramon, and I don't know, I feel like Maramon always ends up looking kind of boring, but this art is so good. Also, I kind of appreciate that for some reason Maramon is so consistently in purple for this card game. Oh my god, please focus on the fucking card, you terrible camera. There you go. Like, it's just such pretty art, and it digivolves for 1 onto a champion with 5,000 power. That just seems solid to me. Oh, cool. We have the other weird pseudo-human antagonist from Season 2. Also doing a deeply strange pose. Mamamon. Yeah, he's weird. When attacking, you may pay 3 memory to play 1. Oh, so he also cheats out Mamamon. That's kind of cool. So I like that we've got 2 different ways to cheat out Mamamon if we wanted to run a Mamamon deck for some reason.
Sorry.
Steph is enjoying looking through the cards as well, it seems. We've got another Psychmon, so 2 of those now. I don't remember this being Mamimon's attack, but we've got Necrophobia, which, I mean, sure, I feel like we're all afraid of death, sure. For 5, play 1 level 5 purple Digimon card from your trash without paying its memory cost. Any on-play effects Digimon played with this effect don't activate. I kind of like that. It seems to be on almost every purple Digimon card that pulls stuff out of the trash and puts it onto the field as a way to prevent graveyard strats from being too strong. And I just like it. Like, we have a purple deck now, and it because it's the whole thing is just pulling stuff out of the bin. Oh, hey, we've got the rookie for, I think we've seen this whole cycle now. Vorvamon. So it's a rock dragon. It's just adorable. Also, it's a rookie with 5,000 power that digivolves for 0. I am extremely into this.
Sorry.
Like, look at it. It's just adorable, and it can also beat you to death because it has 5,000 DP. And guess what? It's another Digi-Egg! It turns out that pretty much every one of these packs probably has a Digi-Egg in it. I don't care, I still like them. We've got Upamon. This is the one that digivolves into, what's his name?
What is his name?
Armadillomon in the show. So, inherited when attacking, once per turn, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, trigger draw 1. That seems to be sort of a running thing in yellow in this set, is either recovering security. Hey, Saint, how are you doing?
Hi, Saint!
Is either recovering security or taking advantage of having low security. And hey, guess what? It's another, yet unseen, Agumon! It's like there's one in every fucking slot. I don't actually remember if I think there is a baby form too. This one only has Digisorption 2, since it only costs 2 to Digivolve anyway. 5,000 for effectively a free Digivolution seems pretty good, though. Doing okay, and certainly have not having choice paralysis. Oh no, I hope you're okay. I'm sorry about your choice paralysis.
Choice paralysis is awful.
So we've got another uncommon, which I feel like I've seen that this card is desirable. A delicate plan. For one of your Digimon gains, this Digimon doesn't activate the security effects of any card it checks for the turn. Wow, okay, that's really good. So basically, if a Digimon were to have this effect played on them, then swing, this effect that says security, add this card to your hand, wouldn't go off. The security card would just go straight to the trash and do nothing. And if they have a piercing, if they do multiple security checks, none of those security effects will go off. They still have to fight the Digimon if there are any, but they don't have to deal with any of the security effects, which is really good. You were going to post something about GDQ in Discord at the same time as you went live. I mean, you totally can. We've got Dark Despair. For 2, one of your opponent's Digimon gains retaliation. Sorry, one of your Digimon gains retaliation. When this Digimon is deleted after losing battle, delete the Digimon it was battling until the end of your opponent's next turn. I don't love retaliation as a mechanic, or at least adding it to cards. Yeah, that's okay, Saint. Like, really, I don't have a big issue with posting when other things are happening at the same time as the stream. I don't love retaliation as a mechanic. When you apply it to your own Digimon for only a turn, if it just sits there as a passive, I feel like it's good, but I don't know if it's great in that particular case. Ooh, I'm bored with this one though. We've got the most weirdly, it's easily the weirdest looking Lady Devimon I've ever seen. 8 as a base cost feels high again for an ultimate, but they do have 8,000 DP. Digivolves for 3. When digivolving, trigger draw 2 and then trash 2 from your hand, which is really good for purple because they like having stuff in the bin. On your turn, once per turn, when you use an option card, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. Damn, that is a great inheritable as well. That Lady Devimon seems fucking sweet. I don't know if the purple deck I have can run that without a lot of tweaks, but I like it. Can you pass me another pack, please?
Let me just put Joe in here.
Put what?
Joe in here.
Okay. So many fucking index cards. Thank you. Ooh, we got another Omnimon pack. I'm attempting to very quickly and hastily make a space for you to just set stuff down on the desk by randomly throwing things into a cabinet.
Chuck it in the bucket.
Pretty much, yep. Hey, Toby, how are you doing? I mean, Saint, I'm also here to like literally answer any questions, so please feel free to ask questions as well. Because this is me trying to not do a podcast, because if I do a podcast, then by the right of podcast creation, I will stop playing the game, and I don't want to do that.
Oh, Toby, I'm sorry you're
Oh,
sick.
I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon.
Same.
Okay, so we have BT1.
Because I did the start making podcasts about Magic and then stopped playing Magic because I'm very aware of that pathline. Yeah, a lot more of them are probably going to be BT3. Just the way that this set is weighted. And then I'm accidentally looking through the pack ahead of time. No.
Oh, no.
Something in the back is very shiny.
Oh, shiny.
Oh, I'm sorry, Toby. But that also does make sense in a house with, like, 9 people. Yep. Hey, it's Commandermon, one of the bases of the Rookie Rush decks. Because, yes, that is a dinosaur with a gun. 3,000 power on a rookie, can digivolve for 0. Costs 2 to play. Primary benefit of it is that it is named Commandramon. Also, that it has, it's very hard to see, but it's down here. Its types are Cyborg and D Brigade. And D Brigade is a group that is very good at, like, rushing a whole bunch of things out at once. And hey, we've got another Patamon. We're still waiting to see a Mega for this evolution set, but hey, it's a Patamon that we've already seen once before. Sorry. Oh, speaking of the devil from last time, Armadillomon. I was going to remember the name eventually. Actually, seems like a pretty solid rookie. Again, it's vanilla, so it offsets being vanilla by having pretty solid stats at 4,000 for a rookie. As I try and get the camera to refocus again, because it's a horrible little pissant. A Patamon? I thought Anakin killed all of them. Boo! Wow, okay, all of the yellow.
Oh, so cute.
All of the yellow. We've got Lightning Paw, aka Garumon's attack. For 3, up to 3 of your opponent's level 3 Digimon get minus 4,000. Camera? Camera? You demonic little bastard. I hate you so much. Oliver, stop that. Sleeves again. It's the fucking sleeves again. Cool. Yeah. Up to 3 of your opponent's level 3 Digimon get minus 4,000 for the turn. Quite frankly, this is kind of saying destroy 3 of your opponent's rookies. Because most rookies have 4,000 or less DP, and if your DP goes down to 0, the Digimon gets deleted. There are a couple with 5, and like I think I've seen 2 with 6. But that's still, let's say, a gamble. But for 3 for delete one of your opponent's Digimon is not bad. It's just delete a rookie is not super worth it. We've got another Garamon, same one as before. Does look like the Garamon line from this set is very big on doing minus DP effects, so hey. Ooh, and another Blossomon, which again, super on board with, because Digisorption is a totally fair and balanced mechanic. For those of you who weren't here before, Digisorption is the thing that lets you, so this costs 3 to play onto an existing level 4 creature. Digisorption lets you decrease that cost by 3 if you tap a creature you already have, so you can basically do it for free. Which is why it's a fair and balanced mechanic. So up next, we've got a new card! Agumon. A yellow Agumon, 3,000 power, plays for 3. Oh my god. Plays for 3. you still see those? I've pushed them out of the way so fucking much. Plays for 3 or 0 to digivolve onto something else. When attacking, so this is inheritable. This Digimon does not get, but anything that digivolves onto it will have this ability. When attacking, if you have 3 or more yellow tamers in play, seems like yellow is really big on having a lot of tamers out in this set. Refocus. Then again, yellow seems to be big on having tamers out in general, because its tamers tend to have really solid passive effects. Are you locking onto my pants now? Come on. There you go. 3 or more yellow tamers in play, trigger draw 1. Okay, so it's basically a get a free attack. So, or not get a free attack, get a free card draw whenever you attack with its Digivolve form. Cool. Hidden potential discovered. Once again, this is one of those cards that is restricted because, hey, turns out making things not cost your existing resource is a bad idea. So for 0, main, next time one of your green Digimon digivolves this turn, you may suspend one of your Digimon to reduce the memory cost of the Digivolution by 5. There are very few Digivolutions that cost less than 5. There are very few that cost 5. That basically says, have a free Digivolution. Oh, hey, cool, we've got Valkymon. This is the mega of Sylphmon, which is the fusion of Gargamon and Aquilamon. So this never appeared in the show, but was like a known quantity, let's say. So Digivolves for 3, 9,000, which is a little low for a Mega. When Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. Cute. Doesn't hit a lot of stuff, but hey. When attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. So I would say that's pretty, I mean, like, it's repeatable removal, but it's very much you have to hit things early before they are allowed to get big. Oh, hey, guess what? Because technically, so this is set 1.5, which is sets 1, 2, and 3 from the Japanese release, combined together, weighted more heavily towards 3 with a bit of 2 and very little of set 1 mixed in. We have a different Gargamon! So Digivolves for 2, on play and 3,000 power, which seems to be pretty consistent for Gargamon. On play, if you have a purple Digimon in play, oh, this is the Gargamon that supports the yellow-purple deck. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 for the turn. On your turn, when one of your Digimon is deleted, this Digimon gets plus 3,000 for the turn. So because purple tends to do a bit of self-deletion, that's sort of the idea here, is that your strong smacky friend from the yellow side can get stronger if you're having to delete some of your own purples to get their card effects to work. Then we've got Scrap Claw, which is Paildramon's attack. For 3, oh, this has no security effect, that's a bit rough. One of your Digimon gains Piercing for the end of... Okay, yeah, so it's just Piercing. Honestly, 3 for Piercing is pretty solid. Piercing basically means that if your Digimon attacks another Digimon, you can still also attack your opponent for a little bit. Holy shit. So we got, I believe this is the alternate art for...
Yeah.
Bless you. Craniamon. I'm going to sleeve this immediately because that's what I'm pretty sure this is. So this is black, yes. This is 12,000 DP. It's a Royal Knight. Okay, it's not one of the armor, the Legend Arms folks. Digivolves for 4, which for a 12,000 Mega is pretty worth it. It has Blocker of all things, which feels weird on a Mega. All turns, your Digimon with Blocker can't be deleted by your opponent's effects. So it's just a... No, you can't make me go away. So unlike in, say, Magic, where you can choose to block an opponent's attack, in Digimon, you can only block an opponent's attack with creatures that say Blocker. Thank you, my love. So that means that creatures with it are way more important and also therefore way more important to kill.
See, now I'm just obsessed with having all the numbers.
Yes, welcome to the collector in me.
I mean, like, I already have a lot of that collector.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I was drinking some water there because I have been talking for 2 hours straight. Yes, I know it's my own fault. I don't care.
Did I give you one of those super recently?
One what?
Of those packs?
Don't think so.
I've been trying to bury it up.
Thank you very much. Okay, first up, it's a duplicate because it's Howling Crusher, which is the one that Haley really doesn't want to see Steph play.
I don't think y'all could hear the cackling.
I would call it a malicious giggle, but okay. I don't feel like it had like the.
I feel like it's Steph's cackle.
I'll give you that.
It was Steph's version of it.
Once again, another duplicate. We got a Maramon, which I continue to say is the best Maramon has ever looked in anything ever.
Steph, would you like to come look at the cards now that I have them all sorted?
Up next, Zuba Eagermon. Once again, another duplicate. This is one of the ones that doesn't do a ton on its own, but once ideally you want it to hit level 7 because there are only so many level 7s, and it's in the Legend Arms tribe, so you want it to get to its level 7, and it gives them an extra security attack. Ooh, this is a new one though. We got a Gazimon, who I always thought looked fucking kick-ass in the show, and were kind of silly and pointless, but whatever. These were the boys who were like Etamon's grunts. Like, they didn't do a ton of fighting, they just, like, laid his weird dark network cables. So, Digivolves for 0, 2000 DP for 3 cost is a little rough. All turns, your opponents can't gain memory except by tamer effects. That's actually the same as that Terriermon. I feel like, I don't know, it feels more useful on the Terriermon, if that makes sense, but still, Gazimon being able to do it seems pretty solid. Boys, out! Okay, apparently I can't hand Haley cards right now.
Oh,
No, no worries. We've got another Lightning Paw, does the same thing as last time. Ooh, hey! One more from another evolution cycle we were working on. We've got a Betamon! This is Cedrimon's rookie form. That is looking way scarier than it usually does, because usually it just kind of looks cute. Also, evolves for 1 and it's 5000 DP on a rookie is pretty good. I think that means it's bigger than Cedrimon. Wasn't Cedrimon only 4000? Once again, same black Agumon, so yes, it is a virus instead of a vaccine. I mean, that one I can just see. We've got a blue Greymon, which also means, again, virus instead of vaccine. It's got a security effect. At the end of battle, play this card without paying its memory cost. This is always a great thing to see, because there aren't a lot of Digimon that do a ton of things with if they're security. So, because all of their other effects don't work if they're security Digimon. So this is just nice, because it gets you a free body on the board. We've got Ray of Victory, which is Ultravidramon, or Ulvidramon. I don't remember what the hell its name is. The Vidramon Royal Knights ability. For 5, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to their hand. Then, if you have a blue tamer in play, unsuspend one of your Digimon. Yeah, I also don't want to see Steph playing that one, to be honest. We've got Black Gurumon up next, who is stealing meat and is very cute about it. I don't know if you could hear the squee from the other two, but it was quite cute. So 4000 for a champion, not bad. Evolves for 2, again, pretty good. A lot of champions tend to evolve for 2 or 3, so 2 is nice to see. And it's got a security effect. At the end of battle, play this card without paying its memory cost. Again, always really nice to see. Yay, we got both of them! So we already saw Paildramon. Now we also got Dino Beemon. Except this is one of the arts where they don't emphasize exactly how weird this thing looks, but I'm still here for it. So 7000 can digivolve onto a blue or a green champion, has piercing and jamming, which means that you can safely swing at an opponent's Digimon, still hit a security, and, because of jamming, cannot die from fighting a security Digimon. Ooh,
I don't want to see you play this one.
I want to build the deck specifically around those ones. And then our secret rare? Oh my goodness, yes, another secret rare from this pack. We got Gran Kuagamon. So Mega evolves for 4, 11,000 with just piercing. Oh, sorry, it has piercing, and this Digimon gets 4,000 DP on your turn. So actually, just the entire time it's your turn, it's 15,000. Now I understand why I was seeing this in a bunch of decks, because it's just a big body. Like, it's less big on your opponent's turn, which is the offset for it, but...
That's BT1.
Yep. Can you pass me another pack? I think every animal is now in this room. I wouldn't put it past him to be in the closet, yeah. But there are at least 4 out of 5 animals in this room, which is
usually
impressive.
like the standard.
Yeah, but usually T'Chaka is not one of them.
He's a pie.
I really wish we had figured out a way to make the camera work aiming at everyone so that you could now see that Steph is sitting on a ladder in the same room for reasons.
Well,
I mean, because she wants to look at the cards too.
I didn't want to find another chair, and this was right on the wall. So.
this
Oh
is
my
right
goodness.
here.
So first up, we've got Penguinmon? Penguinmon, okay. I just wasn't sure exactly how to say it, but yeah, it's... Hang on a second. Does anyone curl here? Or no curling?
Yeah.
What is he's holding the thing from curling?
Oh, I don't know it that well.
Yeah, he's holding like
Snort
the
it.
thing from the rock that you like
the
push in.
disc?
Yeah, but it has a really stupid name.
Chat.
Do any of you know the name of the thing in curling? Also, it's 5,000 on a rookie that evolves for 1. That is a big butt. I think he's staring at a dog. He's gonna do something evil. What's it called? It's gonna drive me nuts. There we go. Also, it's just very cute art.
There's the BT3 deck.
Deck, collection, whatever. Okay, I like this one. It's just called Bifrost, which is apparently someone's attack. For 3 main, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -3 DP, or -3,000. I'm just gonna say -3 from now on, because there's no difference between 3 and 3,000, but whatever. And security attack -1 until the end of your opponent's next turn. Very good. And security effect is basically to do the same thing, except just for that turn. So, honestly, pretty solid. I think this means we have the entire Terriermon line now. Nope, wait, we don't have their baby form. But we now have Rapidmon, which is the... Okay, if Mega Gargamon is what if Gunrabbit turned into a mech? Would this be what if Gunrabbit turned into... It's not really like a Super Senta. I'm trying to figure out what I would call this. But Digivolves for 2, 6,000 DP, not the best for an ultimate, but hey. Primary focus then is to get it to Digivolve again and get your turn. This card gets plus 1,000 DP for each of your opponent's suspended Digimon. Actually, yeah, that works really well stacked on top of Mega Gargamon. Oh, and hey, it's mirror opposite Antilamon. So this is the digital form of the rabbit with the, like... I can't remember the name of those weapons, but we saw it earlier. This is the thing where there's a carbon copy of Terriermon, who is a virus instead of... Is Terriermon do you have the Rapidmon still? What does it say at the bottom? Vaccine, okay. I couldn't remember if they were vaccine or data. So, basically polar opposites. Also, technically, this one is the Rabbit Deva, so a representative of the rabbit in the Chinese zodiac from... Oh my goodness, that one's pretty, and it's like a nothing card, but it's super pretty.
Oh.
Aruramon? Because it's not a Palmon, because the flowers on its head are a different color. But that art is so cute. I love this artist's style. If the camera would just focus again. But it's just a 5,000 butt on a rookie. Like, that's just cute for 2 or 2. There's literally no benefit to digivolving it. It's the same cost. The last one was cute art. This one's horrifying art, but it's Sukamon, so it works! Because it's a fucking poop monster. It only
is 1,000?
Yes, it's a champion. It is a champion with 1,000 DP. Digivolves for 2, plays for 3. On deletion, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play one Chunamon, which is the rat right there in its art. Refocus. They play one Chunamon among them, without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. I mean, I guess that's a strategy, but it's also just a poop demon, so fuck it. I guess the entire point is, like, it's 1,000 DP, so you can just swing into... with a deletion effect, so the goal is just to swing into security, and it doesn't matter if it dies. Up next, we've got Cherry Blast. We've already seen one of these. Does anyone remember what the board game that I'm thinking of is? It's like catching cherries in baskets.
Yes.
Okay, Steph remembers it. At least it's not just me. I'm not hallucinating.
No.
It was a game what existed. I don't know. This is some interesting art again. We have to stop fighting. For 2, neither player's Digimon can be deleted in battle for the turn. But that means you can still attack security cards. I'm concerned why that's their reaction to, I think that's a Mamamon? Oh, unzipping the back, but okay.
Hi-ho, Cheerio?
That's it. Thank you, my love.
I literally just typed into Google
Yep.
cherry board game.
That's the version I had.
Which one?
The much older looking art.
Oh yeah, that's what we had too.
Yeah, it's symmetrical, therefore it's fair. That's how that works. It's just... This is one of those Digimon that they designed at some point when they were just like, look, people really want to fuck Digimon, so we'll give them Bassetmon, who is just a sphinx with way more humanoid figures than humanoid bits than they need. Who admittedly is also 8,000 power on an ultimate, so still like a large butt. Yep, that is exactly it. Guess what? It's another Agumon! We already have this one too, but again, this is actually a pretty damn good card, so... Joy of joys! It's another Dino Beemon! I'm so happy! I'm not even kidding about this. I really am. I love Dino Beemon. I will say this art does not portray exactly how goofy Dino Beemon looks, though. And, lastly, we have a new card, finally. Also, yes, Titsmon. God damn it. Brave Shield! So for 5, during your main phase, unsuspend one of your Digimon. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, that Digimon gains Blocker. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Digimon to force the opponent to attack it instead. And it can basically do the same thing as a security effect. That's pretty kick-ass. Like, that's super cute, especially for decks that might not necessarily be able to, like, field blockers on their own. That seems really nice. Thank you. We have another Ultimate Dramon. God damn it. One day I will remember this thing's name, but we literally haven't played the deck that we have that has it in it yet, so... I'm sorry I did not start doing this earlier, so that we could be playing card games, but at the same time, I'm really happy to have you two here. Oh hey, we got another Commandramon, aka Gun Dinosaur. Or technically Gun Dragon? Nope, no. Because usually Dra means that they're supposed to be like dragons, but he's a cyborg. He's a cyborg D-Brigade Digimon. We got another copy of Arctic Blizzard, which is the one for removing Digivolutions and giving one Digimon a DP boost. Oh no, we're getting a bunch of duplicates now. We got another copy of Gurumon, who like solid stats and lets you draw one for when you attack player directly. I think this might be the only Argamon. No, wait, we haven't seen the baby form. I don't remember if we've seen this Argamon yet. Because now we have Ultimate Agumon. I feel like we saw this at the beginning.
Yeah, there's one in this deck.
Okay, so I think the only one we're missing then is, I don't know if it has a level 7, but we are missing the baby form. So there's a Digi-Egg Agumon. Also, it's been a minute since we opened a Digi-Egg, so I said it, and then suddenly we stopped getting Digi-Eggs.
Suddenly, no more Digi-Eggs for you, Egg Queen.
Yes, but this is the one where it's got the Digisorption, so you can tap to basically Digivolve it for free. When attacking, you may play one level 3. Oh, right, and then this is the thing that the next level of Agumon will get, which is when you play... Fuck you, camera. When you attack, you may play one level 3 Digimon card from your hand suspended without paying its memory cost, which is just, again, cute. Oh, hey, it's that thing that I was saying Untitled Digivolve from. Turuyama? I have no idea how to pronounce this. It's just a really solid Digimon. Like, it's 6,000 Digivolves for one. It's just a thing. Oh, we're getting so many duplicates. It makes me a little sad. Because we got another Necrophobia, which is the thing to pull a level 5 Digimon out of the trash. Which, again, is pretty fucking kick-ass. Is he trying to get in the cabinet?
Probably.
Also, we have another Gun Bunny, Gargamon! Who is
the dogs will help.
Who is doing the attack whose name I can never remember. Something Uppercut? It might actually just be called Gargo Uppercut now that I think about it. Hey, we've got a black-aligned Gurumon, which is why they're a virus type. Or no, they are a vaccine type. It's just black because black tends to be metal-aligned. With the security effect, which we've actually seen... This seems to be a cycle, so yeah. Plays for 5, evolves for 2, 4,000 DP, but has the security effect of, at the end of the battle, play this card without paying its mana cost. So it's just a cute way of getting, hey, I spoke the evil and we got it! We've got the baby Agumon! I'm super here for this, also because they look terrifying. Because they're like cells. When this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your unsuspend phase, gain 1 memory. Holy shit, that is kick-ass! I love that! Okay. Up next, we've got a Cedrimon, who unfortunately, as with the running theme of the Gomamon arc in this set, doesn't really do much, but it is 9,000 DP on an ultimate, so that's pretty good. Like, I mean, no, that's good. That's good for an ultimate. There are some megas with 9,000. Ooh! We've got a Rise Greymon, who are always pretty solid. 7,000 DP, evolves for 3. When digivolving, you may pay you may play 1 yellow tamer card from your hand without paying its memory cost. Any on-play effects that the tamer played with this effect don't activate. I like that they're very okay with doing this, of like shutting down ETB effects so that cheating stuff out doesn't become too good. I love that it has a good when digivolving effect and an inherited effect to encourage you to digivolve through the line properly. On your turn, when you have 3 or more yellow tamers in play, again, that's a big theme for yellow in set 2. This Digimon gains security attack +1. That's pretty kick-ass, honestly. Yes, I was hoping for this! We got one of the 2 Imperialdramons in the set. There's also a green one. This is the blue one. So again, like Dino Beemon and Paildramon can digivolve onto a blue or a green, so it can digivolve onto Dino Bee or Paildramon, though you very much want to put this onto Paildramon since Dino Beemon doesn't have any inheritables. 12,000 as its stat, so nice. When one of your Paildramon or Dino Beemon would digivolve into this card in your hand, reduce the memory cost by 2, so it goes down to 3, like you would hope for. It has jamming, and when digivolving, unsuspend all of your Digimon with jamming. Oh, that's delightful. I'm building this deck.
That's rude, is what that shit is.
I am building this deck.
And I'm gonna hate it so fucking much.
I mean, you say that like you also won't be totally able to play it, but okay. I'm so happy at the number of cards for that deck we've pulled. Admittedly, like, you want 4-ofs of a lot of these, and we've got max 2 for a couple, but it's still a really nice base to start with. We've got another Omnimon pack. We have not seen anything that even kind of leads into Omnimon, but hey, maybe we'll see. That was weird. It looked like chat scrolled for a second, but only on the bot, and it definitely didn't scroll, so... Oops. Okay, we've got another duplicate, sadly. We've got another Mega Cedrimon, who, hey, at least, unlike the other things in its line, actually gets an activated effect. Your turn, this Digimon can't be blocked by your opponent's Digimon and with no Digivolution cards. Like, yay, it's fine. Oh good, we got another Sukamon, who definitely doesn't look like a fucking horror show. Which, again, makes perfect sense for it. Still hate it. Still deeply hate it. Ooh, this is a personal favorite of mine, even though it's also a horror show. Dokugumon, sorry, who is a terrifying spider beast. 6 for a champion is a bit. 5,000 DP, evolves for 2. On play, does not work on Digivolution, you have to play it directly. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 level 5 and 1 level 6 Digimon from among them to your hand, trash the remaining cards. That's cute, though it feels like it would work better for like a green-purple deck, because green doesn't really have any ways to pull stuff out of the trash. But still nice. Up next, we've got Volcanic Flare for 3. Delete, there we go, one of your opponent's Digimon 4,000 or less. That's weird, considering that... So, for 3, red gets to do that. Meanwhile, for 3 in yellow, you have give up to 3 rookies minus 4,000. Like, yes, those have obviously slightly different applications, but it's different. Like, that can at least take down champions if they're weak. Also, yeah, it's a very pretty card. Sorry, Steph is seeing the alternate art we got. Hey, we've got Duramon, who is Eager Zubamon, or Zubamon Eager's next form. 7,000 stat, or 7,000 DP. Digivolves for 3, plays for 6. Come on. Actually, playing for 6 on an ultimate is pretty solid. Yes, they do. It's Digimon, then Tamers, then options. Come here. There we go. On your turn, so it's inherited effect. On your turn, while this Digimon is level 7, it gains security attack +1. Looks like the entire Duramon line's point is just give the fully evolved form increased security attack. I was right. Cedrimon is literally weaker than its previous form of Betamon, who has 5,000. Cedrimon only has 4,000. That's a little goofy. We've got another copy of that yellow Agumon with the tamer preference effect. Come on. You're seeing my hand and focusing on that, you little fuck. There we go. We have another copy of Titsmon.
Titsmon now. Yep,
it's just Titsmon. We have another copy of Boncho Stingmon, though, who's so stupid, and I love them. Ooh, this one's actually pretty good, too. It's another duplicate, but we got another copy of Gigimon, who I think Steph will also like because of the same reason.
Yes.
Like, it's like, pardon me, I need to eat a loaf of bread the size of my fucking head, or my entire body, since his entire body is his head. And we've got another Veemon. This is a different Veemon, now with jamming, and Digivolution of 0, always nice to see. But hey, it has jamming on a rookie. It can attack security without fear. Ooh, we also got a tamer that's relatively useful with the worst top I have ever seen because it clearly is not fitted properly. Come here.
Well, for you to say it's a bad top.
Because there's underboob on a bikini in a way that, like...
Oh, that top.
Yeah.
Not like the
No.
like outer bit.
No, she has underboob on a bikini, which is just like, that means the bikini is not sitting right, or just because of the size on it. For 3, on your turn, when one of your blue Digimon attacks, you may suspend this tamer, give that Digimon plus 1000 DP for the turn. On play, reveal 3 cards from the top of your deck. Add 1 Digimon with V in its name from amongst them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. And then security is just to play it for free, which is always good. Yeah, it's like someone sold her half an outfit. Agreed. She is from a game, and I don't remember which one. Thank you. Ooh, yay, another Paildramon, Xvmon, Beemon one. Please give us, or Beemon, Stingmon. Please give us Stingmon or Xvmon. I don't think we have any copies of either of them yet. There we go. Oop, there's something shiny at the back here, because it's already trying to escape a little bit. We got another copy of Jewel Beemon, who is fine. Like, they're an ultimate with a very big butt, 10,000. Evolves for 3. Ooh, hey, that's our first Aquilamon. Digivolves from Hawkmon, who in theory should be in one of these sets too. Digivolves for 2 on a 5,000 champion seems pretty solid with inheritable. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 2,000 DP or less. That's not going to come up a lot, and it feels like a lot of things with 2,000 or less want to be deleted, but progress, I guess. Oh god, it's another one of the ones I can't pronounce. We've seen this one before. Vavorvomon? It's a volcano rock dragon thing. It looks kick-ass, I just can't pronounce its name. And again, it's a vanilla with pretty solid stats. Like, that's the champion with 6,000. Once again, we've got the kind of pointless Gomamon, but hey, it can play itself out for pretty cheap. So that's always cute.
Adorable.
Oh, he's super cute, but he's only 2,000, and he's got an effect that just makes his play cheaper without having an actual on-play effect.
That's just baby.
Yeah. Another copy of Arctic Blizzard, so I think we're at 3 of those now. Almost have a playset. So, hey. Hey, it's another one in that line that I can't fucking pronounce. Lavoguridamon? Lavoguridamon. I'm gonna guess that one I actually don't have too badly. Digivolves for 2 and it's an 8,000. Like, it's just fine, and it's still a rock dragon, and it's kick-ass. Okay, Gurumon. It's like a Mamamon, but with devil horns. 7,000, Digivolves for 3, plays for 6. It's fine, but again, its point is to Digivolve. Opponent's turn, this Digimon gets... So it's like it wants to Digivolve into a blocker, which is a choice, I guess? Yay! We've got a Demi Beemon! Oops. Come here, camera, focus. I need to see the inheritable effect. On your turn, once per turn, when this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your main phase, it gets plus 1,000 DP for the turn. So again, it needs to get unsuspended during your main phase, not during your unsuspend phase, which is sort of weird to play around, but still works. And seems like a pretty consistent thing that Veemon from that set wants. We've got another copy of Cedrimon. Again, it's fine. Like, it's a big vanilla ultimate. Ooh, we've got another copy of that Terriermon, who is very kick-ass. Like, yeah, this Terriermon is just super cute, and again, it's just good because it shuts down your opponent's gaining memory with anything except for tamer effects.
Yeah, cute, but also kind of terrifying.
Yeah. We also just pointed out the like, it's also sitting on a traffic light in the middle of the forest, which is a very Digimon thing, but also the fuck? So second to last, we've got Phoenixmon. This is the mega for Betamon, Paildramon, Gurumon. So hey, we have that full set now. Except for an in training, but I don't believe their baby form is in this set. So Digivolves for 3, 11,000 power. When attacking, this Digimon when this Digimon attacks a player, gain 1 memory. I mean, that's just fine. It's like total. Holy shit!
And distract!
All Force Vedramon. Very, very pretty card. Yes, very shiny. Oops, too close. So Digivolves for 3, 11,000 power. Your turn. When one of your blue tamers becomes suspended, unsuspend this Digimon. Your turn. Once per turn, when this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your main phase, gain 1 memory. So this is the thing that all of those things that want to be unsuspended during their main phase want as their top end, is to turn into that eventually. Since it has multiple ways to unsuspend itself.
Let me just take some stock here.
Thank you. Kaylee has passed us another All Force Vedramon pack, which hopefully we'll have another one of them in it, but probably won't.
Okay. Everything's alternating.
Cool. Thank you, my love.
And we have 1, 2, 3.
There's at least 1 Digi-Egg in this pack.
We have 10
Okay.
after that one.
Cool. So we've still got another Agumon. Still. Yes. No. Go eat. Please have food.
Yeah, we're literally just sitting
here. Yeah.
We'll be here when you come back.
Promise. Like, I mean, at least it looks cool, but it does continue to feel like its effect is kind of minor, because it's just... It doesn't even work on itself. You can only activate it once it digivolves. What's that?
I said, crunchy.
Because it's the... trash the bottom Digivolution card of your opponent's Digimon. And we still haven't seen what the theoretical top end of that stack would be. So, we've got another Rajiludamon. This is one of the Arm Legends ones. So, 7,000 Digivolves for 3. And this is the one that this family, as opposed to the red one, seems to want to do more stuff about triggering Digivolutions on your opponents, which is cute. Hey, we got a Hawkmon! So, I mean, they seem totally fine. Like, nothing special. 4,000 for 0. Yeah.
Cutie pie.
Yeah. Will probably be pretty solid once in a couple of sets we're getting the Digi Armor evolutions, who have special costs for playing them onto the things that they like Digivolve from properly. So Hawkmon, or different Hawkmons, don't know about that one, but some of them might get some more play. We've got Maramon, again, still super cool art. I'm extremely here for it. Another copy of Tankmon. Still Digivolves for 1. I am really surprised about that. That seems really, really good. I was hoping we'd get a different Commandramon, but no, we just have 3 of this version of Commandramon. Got another Tialudamon, who's the other one that wants to do Digivolution stuff, or de-Digivolution stuff. Ikakumon? I'm going to guess Ikakumon, who is the one that basically this wants you to Digivolve it all the way up to... the name is really silly. The first secret rare we pulled. Okay, this art looks freaking cool. So we've got Code Cracking for 4. Your opponent may trash their top security card. If they don't, trigger recovery. So it's either you lose a security or I gain a security. And this is the cute thing where it's Antilomon's final form is Cherubimon, who is also an optional final form for Terriermon. And depending on how it gets there, it can either be like a, no matter what, it's a deity Digimon, but it can either be evil or good. Oh, hey, we got the not shiny version of the Ankylomon we got from the pack. So it's just 4,000 and has the security effect, which cool. Again, feels like a cycle. Hey, we got a Stingmon, who just looks badass. Digivolves for 1, which is very nice. 5,000 on your turn, once per turn, inheritable. When this Digimon deletes the opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, gain 1 memory. Ooh, and we got a Virus Metal Greymon. So 7,000, Digivolves for 3, plays for 8. Piercing, always fun. When Digivolving, you may return 1 level 7 Digimon card with Virus in its attributes from your trash to your hand. That's actually pretty nice. Like, it's not infringing on purple space by trying to, like, take play cards out of the graveyard, but it's still trying to do some minor amount of recovery, which is always good. I don't feel like preventing certain colors from pulling stuff out of the bin is ever a big deal, but I like the idea of keeping straight summoning things from the trash limited. Trash, ooh, we got another secret rare in this one. I'm trying not to see, but it's really obvious when it's just like, there's a slightly shiny thing there at the bottom of the pack when I'm taking the index card out. We've got another Necrophobia. I think that means 3 now. One day we'll get a playset of something. We've got another Betamon, the one that has the on-deletion effect, which, again, I think I'm actually coming around on it. Yeah, I agree. Like, I like the game maintaining identity across a whole bunch of different colors and things. We've got Mamamon again, so I think this is our second one. Does the same thing where it has an attack ability to help you cheat out a Malamyotismon. And the other one, Arukunimon, that also helps cheat out a Malamyotismon, but at least she has the benefit of being able to be played in a green deck as well. Mega Cedrimon, once again, that's a 3rd copy, but not a 4th. Ooh, this one's new. We've got Plasma Stake, which just sounds like the perfect way to get rid of a vampire. For 4, main delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 13,000 DP or more. I mean, I like that deleting something big and scary is cheaper, but that is really neat. Have we ever played anything 13,000 or more?
You have.
I have? But wasn't it something that was only that big on my turn?
I think it. I don't.
Okay, because that's sort of the thing, is that it has to be that big on the turn, on that turn too. Another Zuba Eagermon, which, yeah, they seem fine. Sorry, we're going through a bunch of duplicates now. Puppet Pummel, so again, still pretty good. I like it as enabling this game's version of fight. Ooh, hey, this one's actually new. We've got a BT2 Salamon, who has an on-deletion effect, which always feels weird on rookies to me, but I guess that's the place where you want it. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, recovery 1. I'm gonna reiterate, I feel like this is... The corner case of it feels weird, but I guess it's a way to make the rookie be useful in the late game. When you draw it and go, shit, I don't really need this rookie to be a rookie. However, I could use them to just be here, gain me some life back. Ooh, one of my personal favorites, Flymon, who is the green security card. That's always fun. I don't know, I like them. It's Kunimon's traditional evolution. Who, I'm not actually sure if you're supposed to pronounce the E in Kunimon like that, but that's how I'm so used to doing it. We've got Mimi Tachikawa? I never actually realized how the hell to pronounce her last name. Purple Tamer for 2 all turns. All turns! When a player uses an option card, you may suspend this Tamer to gain 1 memory. That's kind of nice. Ooh! So, the secret rare was Gurumon. So, 11,000 can digivolve onto a black or a red. Reboot, always fun. I feel like there's enough Magic players, I should say Reboot is Vigilance, kind of. What?
I just like, Reboot is Vigilance.
Well, because Vigilance is the, like, attacking doesn't cause it to block, or doesn't cause it to tap. And Reboot is, you still have to tap it, but it untaps the next turn. So, it functions very similarly, but it's not quite the way. Gurumon, oh my goodness, Durandamon, that's terrible. When digivolving, reveal one card from the top of your deck for each Digimon your opponent has in play. You may play 1 black or red Digimon with level 5 or less among them without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. That does not say don't activate any on-play effects. That's really good. That's really good. I like it. Oliver, stop chewing on yourself.
But I am my own favorite chew toy.
I don't care. He really is, though.
Yeah. He really is his own favorite chew toy.
Thank you for sticking with me through this. I'm sorry. I was kind of expecting it to take a while, but I was also hoping to start earlier so you wouldn't have to deal with as much of it. But...
Yeah, I was gonna go sit, like I shoveled so I could go sit in the hot tub.
Oh, do you want to go sit in the hot tub? You don't have to keep staying, I promise.
I mean, like, I'm interested in, like...
Okay, I just didn't want to make you feel bad that I was like, I really do want to include you in this stuff. But if you want to go sit in the hot tub, go sit in the hot tub. Okay. It probably is. No, this is 46.
I mean, I'm the idiot that's like, it's snowing.
Yeah, it's
Let
snowing.
Me go
Let's go
sit
get
in the hot tub.
I love you so much. Also, why do you have 71 apps in need of updating? What is wrong with you?
Shut up.
So the
Don't
issue with
touch me.
the issue with Hot Tub Streamer When is mostly that the hot tub is down the stairs to the right, which is the same area that we were trying to play Digimon Card game in, and our Wi-Fi is really weird there. Like, extremely spotty, just I think because of the placement of the modem. So I need to move one of our bouncers over to make it work better, which I probably should have just done last time, but I can do in the future. So, well,
Thank you, Kaordi. Thank you for validating me. I appreciate
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just like the getting out there part is the worst.
Yeah, considering I never shovel a path until like the day or two after the snow, and I'm like, let me go out now, right in the middle of the snow, right this fucking second.
What do you mean never? We've only had it for 1 winter and 2 snows, but okay.
I just mean like in this past history.
Yes, no Digimon streams in the hot tub. No. Hey, we've got a 3rd fucking Mamamon. Maybe we'll get 4.
Well,
We've
most
also
of
got-
your cards are sorted.
Thank you very much, my dear.
These are all organized so you don't get a duplicate.
Thank you. You're so nice. We've got another Armadillomon. Again, pretty solid stats. Another Aquilamon. Who, oh my goodness. Okay, we're really starting to get through just like, hey, who wants duplicates? Because now we got another Plasma Stake. Which, again, cool. I like the idea of having a way to remove large megas, but yeah, if she wants to. It just feels very niche, and I'm not sure I'm on board with something that niche. We've got another Penguimon, which is going to continue to annoy me that I don't remember what this is called. It has such a silly name. It's like the Shuffle or something. But it's not that. It's gonna drive me nuts. Yet another copy of Hawkmon. I continue to say that this is what's selling me on this card game, is how good the art is. It's so pretty, even when it's just something like a vanilla, like large-butted creature. Like I love it because, and maybe it's because I'm coming off of Digimon where it's just like everyone honks, everyone honks. Like no one has good art. It just sucks. It all sucks. We got another Raiji Ludamon. Oh, sorry. Yes, Raiji. Raiji? Not sure. There we go. Focus, you bastard. Oh, hey, we also got another copy of Goldramon. Wait until you see the Nun. I'm aware of them, but yes. We've got another copy of Goldramon. Everyone honks, only geese and Digimon? No, I was talking about everyone in Yu-Gi-Oh! Honks. Because they have no background art in anything, and they've been doing it for decades. When you play another Digimon, unsuspend this Digimon. That's always just like a solid strat, to be honest. I'm here for it. However, it is only play, so maybe a little rough. We got a second copy of A Delicate Plan, which I continue to just like. Also, I love whatever the fuck is going on here. That it's a black War Greymon and a traditional War Greymon playing cards against each other, and that they've clearly taken off the weird arm things that they had, and there's just an Agumon in the background just enjoying it. Also, what looks like, I think, a Bakumon and a Vadramon, or Vadermon, or whatever the hell it's called. The alien thing right there in the background, too. It's just such a cute card. I love it. Guess what? We got another Dino Beemon, who is the different variety. We got the BT3 one, which is once per turn, this Digimon has jamming, or if this Digimon is jamming, trigger draw 1. I love that. Oh, hey, we finally, I believe this is the max out for the Agumon and like Gargamon line for BT2. We have Ophanimon. So 11,000, again, still pretty low, but yellow does tend to have like weaker megas. On deletion, play the top card of your security stack face down, or place this card in the top of your security stack face down. Okay, actually I'm on board with that. Like reading the on deletion, I was not on board. Now I'm on board with that. That's nice. Oh, hey, we have the not alternate art version of Craniamon. So these are the two that we have. This being the alternate art, obviously. But hey, cool. We've got a second Craniamon. Craniamon, sorry, I think I'm saying it as Cranio. Which I am here for. Like, it seems a little weird to have a blocker on a Mega, but at the same time, I'm cool with it. Also, now I'm just trying to think if there are any geese Digimon, and there should be, but I don't think there are. Does Cockatrice Mon count as a goose? I mean, arguably they're more of a turkey, but whatever. Still hate them, so... Also, they might only have been turkey-like in the show. No secret rare this time, it looks like. We do have a Candlemon, who I have a soft spot for. Just like, it's a design I've always appreciated, because it's... The traditional way this goes is Demi Maramon into Candlemon, which is why there's Demi Maramons in the art here. Then into Maramon and Maramon's assorted other Digivolutions. I believe this is the Agumon we already have a copy of. That, yeah, it's the 3000 DP, doesn't really feel all that worth it to me, champion. Trash the bottom Digivolution card in one of your opponent's Digimon. I don't know, it just... This Patamon line in BT3 does not spark joy in me. Let's go with that. We've got another copy of Bifrost, which, I mean, still seems cool. Like, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP and security attack minus 1. That feels a little weird, mostly because, one, if you're doing the minus DP, it feels like your goal is mostly to kill, or to set up for destroying them with minus DP. And the security attack minus 1 feels like it's just there to make them not want to attack. I don't know. It feels like it's a non-bow in itself, or to itself, if that makes any sense. But meh. I feel like its security effect being basically the same thing is arguably pretty good, though. We've got another one of the ones I cannot pronounce. Vorvamon? Vorvamon. Again, they're just solid. They're just solid butts. Another Untitled, who again, really solid butt. 8,000 for 2 to Digivolve in Ultimate. Yeah, I mean, like no abilities, but super worth it. Another Gurumon, who again feels a little weird because it feels like you want to Digivolve it into a Mega Blocker, but I guess that makes sense to go into Craniumon, if anything. Ooh, we've got another. How do I pronounce this? Arukunimon? I still don't know, but they're adorable and I love them. And it feels really weird to see Digivolution and play cost being the same thing. Like, I don't think it needs to be less because it's 5,000 on a rookie. But it feels weird to see them be the same cost. We've got another Salamon, which, cool. This is the on deletion Salamon, so nice that, again, hey, it's a way to make use of rookies in the late game. We have another Flymon, who's the security Digimon from that cycle in green, which, yeah, I'm here for. Like, give more security effects. I like it. I mean, maybe don't actually give more security effects. They might be too good, but... or they have the potential to be too good. Let's go with that. Another Paildramon. This is the second one of these that we've pulled. This is the, when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 1,000 DP or less. I continue to feel weird about that one just because it feels like most Digimon with less than 1,000 DP want to be deleted, or there's something like a Tentamon that only has, or that one Tentamon that has an on-play effect, and then you don't really care about it after that. Also, we finally have an XVmon! So this is from BT3. When Digivolving, unsuspend one of your level 3 or lower Digimon. Nice. Ooh! Hey, we've got the level 6 for the Ludramon line. Well, one of them. We've got the black Ludramon, level 6. So, Brywiludramon? I have no idea how to say this, but Digivolves onto a red or a black for 3, 12,000, and does nothing on its own, but gives whatever Digivolves into it blocker. Which, sure? I don't know. I like the idea of this whole line, but it also feels super weird. Also, sorry, I'm getting super and secret rares confused, which is my fault. Because I don't remember what the symbol for secret rare is, because super rare is SR, and this is sort of the issue with having two things that are written as SR. And I need to go through all of these and make sure that I know which ones are actually our super rares and which ones are our secret rares. Goodbye. Oh my god. Ow, 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 ow. I'm accidentally crushing one of my boobs while trying to throw away a tiny bit of that package. Okay, another copy of Tankmon. Again, they just seem really solid. I have no complaints and nothing special to say about them. Another Shamanmon. Is it Shaman or Shaman? I'm still unclear on this. Come on, refocus. There we go. Which I continue to love, mostly just because it's one Shamanmon surrounded by Goblimons. And, I mean, it's 4,000 for 0 to Digivolve, so cool. I believe this is our second copy of Holy Wave. So this is just a pay 6 to recover 1, which still feels like a lot to me, but if you can get it as a security effect, that feels pretty good. This is our third, maybe fourth. I think this might actually be our fourth Jewel Beemon, so hey, maybe we finally got a full playset. Is this our first rookie? I think this is our first rookie. No, this is our second rookie Agumon, so hey. We've got another copy of BT2 Veemon. Like to see more BT3, but BT2 is pretty solid. Another copy of Positron Laser, which is one of the cards that I kind of liked because it's the does something on its own, and then if you have, because this is green, if you have a blue Digimon out, it does something extra. So like that. We've got another copy of Black Gargamon, who is the black security Digimon in that cycle. I think we've seen all of them now. Or purple. I don't know if we've seen the black one, actually. Got a copy of Ray of Victory, which, again, that is our second or third one. Hey, finally a new card. We got a Valkymon, who is the final evolution in the Gurumon tree. Your turn, sorry, it's 12,000 is pretty solid for blue. Your turn, when Digimon opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution cards in play, this Digimon gets plus 1,000 DP and security attack plus 1. Considering you only need to do it to 1, that does actually feel pretty doable and solid, especially with the BT2 blue being so focused on stripping things from their stacks. So we've got Glorious Burst, so that's Rise Greymon's attack, I guess? Or, no, not Rise. Shining Greymon's thing. Reduce the memory cost of this card in your hand by 1 for each yellow tamer you have in play. Again, I like this mechanic in yellow of the, like, having more tamers out does more stuff. Main, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 12,000 DP for the turn. That is cool, especially with the cost reduction. And hey, that kind of tracks. We've also got a Rise Greymon, who would Digivolve into Shining Greymon. We've seen one of these already, but I just like this one because it's the whole build of this between the Digivolution playing into tamers and the inherited effect playing into tamers really pushes you to do the just evolve all the way through this line. Like, I don't know, I just appreciate that. It seems silly, but I like it. Oh, come on. Too many packs, too many packs. Okay. I should probably switch this back over to the like close to my mouth mode, but let's actually do that. Hang on. Yeah, here we go. Bring it right back up to my face, since I don't know if stuff's coming back. We got another copy of Ikakumon. So, hey, kick-ass. Another copy of Gurumon, who, again, name probably saying wrong, but whatever. We've got another copy of Skull Maramon. Cool. Another Plasma Stake. We're just in a streak of Plasma Stakes here. Another Candlemon. Again, I like this art, and I've always liked the Digimon itself. This is our third Arukunimon. And yes, I'm going to be up on a high horse about this because I actually know how to pronounce her name. Don't remember any of her attacks, but I remember her name. Second copy of Geo Greymon, who is from that same line as the Agumon and Rise Greymon. So you can really get some big effects out of tamer stacking. Oh, cool. We got another copy of the baby form for Agumon, which, I mean, I just like these. They're cute. I don't feel like, I mean, I don't admittedly know if Agumon themselves is like a proper playable deck, but I like the idea of it. Got another copy of Ludamon, who is one of the Legend Arms ones. So cute, fun, pulls out other Legend Arms. We've got the Security Greymon, again, pretty solid. A little weird that it feels weird to have the security ones part of a full Digivolution line. Holy shit, we've got Cherubimon. Like I was saying, this is one of those Digimon. This is the you can see it's Cherub and 3 Great Angels type. So this is the one where it can either be, this is a vaccine, but it could be a virus type if it's, evil. So 11,000, costs 11, plays for, or Digivolves for 3. When attacking, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, place 1 yellow Digimon from your trash onto the top of your security stack face down. That is kick-ass as an effect. I feel like Haley's yellow deck is going to love that. We've got Arukunimon. 7,000, digivolves for, or plays for 8, digivolves for 3. When digivolving, if you have a blue tamer in play, unsuspend one of your blue Digimon. That does seem to be a thing the B2 is pretty into here. On your turn, when this Digimon becomes unsuspended during your main phase, it gains jamming. Kick ass too. Okay. I really like a lot of the ways that blue and green went in these two sets. Well, I say two sets. Technically, there are some cards in here from BT1, but not very many of them. Which is most of why I wanted to get a box of 1.5, because I was really focused on trying to get the Paildramon cards. Or I guess technically Imperialdramon cards. Okay, I've got another Volcanic Flare, which still feels weird to me as a card, just because we looked at this and saw that it's arguably a worse version of Lightning Paw, but there are extenuating circumstances like how Lightning Paw can only hit level 3s, but this could hit anything that has 4,000 DP, so I guess you could take out weak champions with it. Or like high effect champions with low DP. We've got another one of the ones I can't pronounce, Lavorvomon. Ooh, hey, another one of my favorites, Dokugamon, the cute ass spider, who definitely feels like they want to be in a purple-green deck, which it doesn't feel like there's a ton of support for, but I think there could be some with like a strat to pull out Malamyotismon as your endgame. Another Hawkmon. Oh, hey, Saberdramon, who is like, I guess, a virus version of Birdramon. Like, it's a fine champion. It's only 3,000 DP on the champion, which is a little rough, but does give the entire Digivolution stack retaliation after that, which, yeah, I'm actually pretty okay with giving a Digivolution stack retaliation. Gurumon, cool. We've got, I think this is our second copy of Gurumon. This is the arms or legend arms who just add security stack or security attack stacks. And hey, the exact opposite. We've got another Tia Ludamon who do the add Digivolution or Digi-Devolution stacks to it. Hey, okay, I'm really happy about this too. We've got another copy of the BT3 Demi-Veemon, which is the one that that deals with jamming stuff, which Imperialdramon wants. Hang on, I'm trying to refocus on the card. Refocus on the card, you pissant. So yeah, focuses on the jamming stuff and triggers extra draws. Oh, good, I was hoping we'd see one of these. We got a Lopmon. This is the like polar opposite of Terriermon, who I didn't realize they're a data type. I thought they were a virus. Look at the top card of your security stack. You may add one card to your hand to trigger draw 1. Huh. Okay, that's interesting, just to let you know what's in your security stack. Interesting. Code cracking. Got another copy of this. This is the thing where it's either your opponent loses the top of their security stack, or you gain a new card in your security stack. Got a second copy of Mimi, which is always good, because she's just memory gain for tamers, or for purple. And we got a second copy of Phoenixmon. Nice. I feel like are the secret rares the alternate arts, or I just don't know. I'm afraid that we might have seen, because you're guaranteed 1 or 2 secret rares in a box. I think it's 2. You were not helpful. Nope, not helpful. Cool. I know we're guaranteed the 1 alternate art, so hey, we got that. But hard to know what else people get. Which, cute incentive to get you to buy a whole box, especially since there isn't an obvious way to tell which one has the... I hope. I don't think there is an obvious way to tell which one has the alternate art, so... Yet another Volcanic Flare. I think this means we have 4. At the very least, we definitely have 3, but I think we have 4. Another copy of Gazimon, who's basically the exact same thing as Terriermon, but I don't know, feels better in purple, though I guess they could go together in a green-purple deck. Another copy of GeoGreymon that does the whole tamer thing. Again, I'm actually really liking that. I still feel weird about the Cedrimon. The fact that this Cedrimon is in the same set as its pre-evolution that has a bigger stat block than it. Another Agumon, who, again, really high DP for yellow. Yep, speaking of which, there's the Betamon with 5,000 as opposed to its Cedrimon form with fucking 4,000. I don't understand that. Another copy of Saberdramon, because can never have too much retaliation in the stack, I guess. Sorry, it looks like we're getting a bunch of duplicates now. Another Nyaromon, yeah. Which, I mean, I feel like this suspend effect is actually just pretty solid. We got another copy of Zubamon, who continues to look badass even if they only have the 1000 DP. And the on-play effect is nice. It feels weird to give us an on-play effect for something with the 0 Digivolution cost, but I guess sometimes you really just need a 1000 power rookie. So, we've got the security Gurumon again as our uncommon. Ooh, this is a new one. Shakuomon. I never actually remember how this one's pronounced. This is the DNA Digivolution between Angemon and Keelamon. So that's why it could be played onto blue or yellow, because while not historically, in many sets, the Angemon family has been yellow. In this set, it's in blue, and Keelamon is in yellow. 7,000 plays for 8. Your turn, Digimon is treated as blue. Opponent. So does that mean it's not yellow, or that it's both? Opponent's turn, all your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards gain security -1. Oh, okay. So the security minuses on this actually feel like they would be useful then. And then we've got a Ken Ichijoji. Start of your so for 4, start of your turn, if you have 2 memory or less, set your memory to 3, so same effect as Davis. Your turn, when one of your green or blue Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle and survives, you may suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory. Kick ass. I am on board with that. Again, we've got like one-ofs, annoyingly, but we've got a bunch of like the base staples for building the an Imperialdramon deck, which I like. I very much like that. Come here, give me your index card, because I don't actually need like a dozen copies of your index cards. Sorry. Hi, Fuzzy Boy. What's up? Oh my god. The Lavogaritamon. I'm just gonna start calling it Lava Margaritamon. Oh hey, that's actually only our second Clockmon. We opened a Clockmon in our very first pack, have not seen another one. Still pointing out that it's a cute effect to have if you're digivolving into a blocker. Feels more useful on a champion, but also still, again, like the fact that it's only gain stats on your opponent's turn is weird. We've got another Kunimon, who, again, I just like that it's got a weird machine mushroom thing. It's just super cute, right? Look at it. It's just, hello, I have mushroom. Do not question the fact that it is a machine mushroom. Another copy of Beast Cyclone. When all of your Digimon, all of your Digimon with blocker or reboot gain security attack +1. Kunimon is super cute. I love them. Like we've established I like bug types and everything, but it's super cute. We got another Rapidmon, which I still have trouble describing as like what this is supposed to be. When it's like, okay, Terriermon is bunny dog thing. Gargamon is bunny dog thing put on pants and has gun hands. Mega Gargamon is bunny dog mech. What the fuck do you describe Rapidmon as? Because it's just like, and now it can fly and shoot missiles out of its back? I don't know. It's weird. It's cool, but it's weird. I think that's our third copy of Agumon. Why are its thighs so fucking strong? I don't know. I don't know. I think partially because its design was originally done for the Digimon movie, where it entered this form as a Digi-Egg, or as a Digi-Armor evolution. So the way that they tended... Why are you not focusing? The way that they tended to try and do those was by making it look like the egg was in some way applied to them as armor. So I think that's part of why it's got like the green bits everywhere, and everything else was just sort of a, how the fuck do we work with this weird egg we've designed? So yeah, like I said, we've got another Agumon who... Hey, at least it's not the look at the boobs one that they did in the starter set, who at least had a better effect, but worse stats. Cedrimon, again. So hey, we've got 3 of those now. Yes! I was hoping for at least one of these. I mean, I'd like 4, but we've got a Mamamon. So whereas Demi Beemon is the baby that goes into Veemons easily, this is the baby that goes into Wormmon easily, though we do only have the one Wormmon, which is a little sad. When attacking, if you attack one of your opponent's Digimon, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP for the turn. Kick ass. We've got another copy of Valkymon. Valkyrmon, which still feels odd that we've seen Valkyrmon, but we haven't seen a Sylphmon yet. But okay, cool. We've got another copy of Valkymon, who, again, almost makes the Gomamon line look pretty good in this set. Second copy of Dark Despair, which is the for 2, one of your Digimon gains Retaliate. I still don't know if I like this one, because it's sort of like giving Death Touch in Magic. Hi, Screamy Cat. It's sort of like giving Death Touch in Magic, where it's like, yay, you'll get through, but that's about it. Holy shit! Okay, we found the other... We did get a second alternate art. And I loves it, and I was hoping for it. We got Mastamon. Mastamon? I'm not sure exactly how to say it. So this is the top end for the yellow-purple deck. 12,000 can play onto 4... play onto yellow or purple. When digivolving, trash 1 from the top of both players' security stacks, then play 1 yellow or purple Digimon with level 4 or less from your trash without paying its memory cost. I love this so much. Also, that alternate art is so pretty. It's so pretty. I am extremely here for it. Okay, we have 2 more packs. We have 2 more. Which one will have the good shit? Can we top an alternate art Mastamon? I mean, probably not, to be honest, but hey, we can dream. We could get the other Imperialdramon that I think is in this set. Because I think there's a green Imperialdramon. I think? Pretty sure. I know there is in future sets. I think there's one in this set too. Well, we're opening, hopefully not as we mean to go on, with another Betamon! And another Guzimon! Again, I do kind of like the idea of the green-purple memory control deck that you might be able to run here. Got another Holy Wave. I think that's our 4th, maybe our 3rd. That is our 3rd Agumon, or rookie Agumon specifically, so that's cute. That is our 3rd Shamanmon. Sure, now you're zooming in properly. That is our 3rd Positron Laser. So always on board with that. We've got another BT2 Veemon. We were hoping for more BT3 Veemons, but we take the BT2s. We got another Mamamon. Oh, we got another Mamamon. I love the larva like nest thing that it's got going on. It's so cute. Oh, hey, that's a new one. We got an Airdramon, which is the blue one in the security Digimon cycle. So hey, I think we got no, we didn't see a black one. We also got Ankylomon. That is our 3rd copy of Ankylomon. So again, security cycle. Hey, we got a BT3 Agumon. So only 6,000 power, so this ability better make up for it. When digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -2 until the end of the opponent's next turn. Nice. And wow, that her boobs extend like a foot away from her in a way that is not physically possible. When attacking, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, you may play 1 yellow level 3 Digimon card from your hand without paying its memory cost. Okay, the evolution inherited effect is actually pretty good. I don't know if her base effect is great. It's very stally, but I guess if you're trying to build around stall, that'll work. And we got another Scrap Claw. So it just gives a Digimon piercing. That was, I'm going to say, not the best pack, but let's see if our last one, which is a Paildramon, will redeem it. With, I don't know, a Paildramon? I can dream, right? Right? Maybe I should dream bigger, but that's where I'm going. Come out of the pack! Nope, it's decided it wants to live inside the pack. Cool. Okay. I did not see a shiny when I was pulling out the index, so I don't think we're going to be lucky. First up, we got another Beast Cyclone, which, I mean, cool. It's just a really nice way to shift into aggro if you're running a lot of blockers and reboot. I mean, I feel like reboot is by itself pretty aggro-y, but whatever. Another Kunamon, who again, super adorable. Skull Maramon, which, yep, he's a big himbo idiot. We got a Sukamon, who can just please die in a fire. Great art, like great art for what they're going for. Hate it, deeply hate it. Cherry Blast, which is 3rd or 4th Cherry Blast. Tururi? Still don't know how to pronounce it, Mon. Just like the big, strong fighter rabbit. We got third Agumon. 3rd Agumon, I think. Come on. Camera, focus. I believe in you. Camera, I said I believed in you. Merp. Merp. Wow, okay. You just do not want to look at that Agumon. We got our second, I think, champion Agumon, so that's cute. So we've got, like, at least part of the bones for an Agumon deck, I feel like. Come on. Why are you being so weird about this now? Got another BT2 Demi-Veemon. There we go. So that's kick-ass. Ooh, we got another Lopmon in our... I think these are both uncommons. Yep, both uncommons. So we got another Lopmon, who I think is just, like, useful. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. We got another Ophanimon. So, again, pretty solid. I'm not 100% sold on the on-deletion effect, but I like it. And our final card is a new one. Breath of the Gods. For 2 main, one of your Digimon gains reboot, and this Digimon can't have its DP reduced or be returned to the owner's hand or deck until the end of your opponent's next turn. Also, that security effect is pretty nice. Honestly, Honestly, I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get more of the cards I was really hoping for. But I don't think that's bad. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a quick break because I've been going for 3.5 hours. I'm going to drink some water and I'll be back in just a minute. So see y'all in a minute. One of these days, I'm going to remember that if I'm in studio mode, I cannot change scenes. I was making sure this camera was set back up properly. It's also kind of nice to go look up and realize that, yeah, the 2 alternate arts that we pulled are each worth about $20 on their own, so that's cool. We got this for $60, so the 2 of those technically, if I were to sell them, arguably paid for, like, 2/3 of the box, which I'm pretty here for. I don't know if that's just because of the 2 we happen to get or what, but I like it. Like, I admit that I have not done a ton of looking into any of the other cards, but I'm still pretty happy with that. So, I am going to sleeve up basically all of the foil ones before we end today, just because I want to make sure that they don't do anything weird. Also, I still don't understand how to tell the difference between a secret or a super rare, because I don't know if I've seen the difference between a secret or a super rare yet. I kind of can't. I will assuredly have to order soon some of the like really tight-fitting sleeves so that we can make sure that the rares don't like bend too much on their own. Oh, I just set that. Oh no, did I just? Oh, wait, is this the stuff that I opened since Haley left? I think this is the stuff I opened since Haley left. Cool. Because this is BT1. Wow, did we... everything we opened from BT1 were options. We only opened one Digimon from BT1, which was the Grand Kuagamon. Huh. Okay, that seems weird. I mean, I can sort through the rest of these and find out, because, okay, so you're BT3, 2, 3... Yes, I am sorting these, because if I don't, I'll go nuts. But yeah, thank you all for joining me for this utter silliness. I know it was, let's say, impromptu at best, and relatively poorly planned at worst, but thank you all so very much. Because I'm really enjoying this game, and I don't want to fall into the trap that I have set for myself multiple times before, of getting too into something and wanting to produce content in it that prevents me from actually enjoying it. Which is why I'm trying to, like, unfortunately, a lot of the content that it feels like is being produced for this game is very focused on, like, what is happening in Japan and how will it affect the game once we get the same cards, since they're doing the whole they print things and then we get the same things later. Mostly there's apparently some weirdness with the way that certain cards translate, but in general that's the idea behind it. And I feel like a lot of the and this is partially because of the way that content has to be made now, a lot of the content creation based around the game is so focused on, like, how will this change the face of our version of the game. Which, yeah, I get that, is that if you're doing content for something like a card game that tends to not really not change, where by its very nature a lot of the content around the card game either requires that the card game be relatively enfranchised, or requires that you focus on, like, news, basically, meaning that you're dealing with a whole bunch more... Sorry, there are, like, a bunch more viewers in the list right now that just kind of came out of nowhere. But by the very nature of creating content for a card game, you have to deal with the fact that, like I said, either the card game needs to be really enfranchised, so you're not worrying about new... you're able to just sort of, like, talk about casual things or whatever it is that you're deeply interested in, or you're more driven to have to deal with stuff like news and therefore keep a constant content creation cycle going, since none of your content will be functionally evergreen. It's all going to be so time-based. And I feel like this is obviously still a very new card game, so a lot of the content for it is very focused on the, well, we got to talk about news. And since a lot of the news in the American scene is, well, we can't do tournaments because we have a massive problem with COVID, Instead, the focus is on really small tournaments and instead looking at what's being done in Japan because they can hold at least decently sized tournaments. And I don't know. I don't want to fall into that trap because, like I said, I did that with Magic. I did the really unfun thing where I played a bunch of Magic and really enjoyed it, and then started making Magic podcasts, and then went, and now I don't have time, and I'm too aware of the goings on behind the scenes, so I don't want to play Magic anymore. And I don't want to do that to myself with this because I'm really enjoying it. And I don't know if I'm really enjoying it because I've managed to like distance myself from that external information, or just because it's a really fun card game that's pushing a lot of my buttons really well. But one way or another, I'm quite enjoying it. I also seem to have managed to sort these, or pull these out of packs in such a way that no matter what, I'm constantly having to swap between them. Also, I need to go check and see what the hell the name of that thing that you use in... Oh my goodness. Hang on. Okay, curling. What the fuck is the brick thing called? Is it just called the stone? Hang on. Is it just called the stone? Swing by stop stone. No, what is it called? Fuck you. This is going to drive me nuts. I need to know what it's called. First amendment. Curved path known as a curl. No. What is the stupid... What is the stupid thing called? Okay, it's just called stones. Okay. It's just a heavy piece of polished granite. Cool. Now I know. Oh my goodness, that was actually driving me nuts. Cool. Okay. But now I have to sort all of these cards, and that is going to be fun. I think Haley actually, like, all the ones she sorted, I think are sorted totally fine. That is a mean way of phrasing that, and I'm sorry. I think she sorted them all, like, in order, which is very nice. Hey, Tovi, welcome back. You missed me opening the last couple of packs, and I'm trying to think of what else. Opening the last couple of packs and slightly losing my brain about trying to remember what a curling stone was called, since apparently it's just called a stone, and I thought it had a really silly name, and apparently it doesn't. I don't know why I thought it had a silly name, but I was quite certain it had one. Not you. You I need to sleeve, because you are, like, all foil. Alright, I did want to see if there was another Imperialdramon in this set. Running through all the cards that need to be sleeved, because they're very shiny and I don't want them to curl. The song did not scan, sorry. Need to go take meds. That is very fair. Like, I don't know if Baron is here to remind folks to take meds, but hey, if you need to take meds, please remember to take your meds. And or this is your reminder to take your meds. I'm sad we only got the one Wormmon, but God, are they cute at least? Like, oh, they're so cute. Gargamons, the one Stingmon, the two Dino Beemons I'm really happy about. Like, the two Dino Beemons I'm very here for. I do need to point out, the Dino Beemon does not look anywhere near as put together as that card art makes it look. Are you a PNG? Please tell me you're a PNG. That would make my life so much easier if you... No, of course not. That would bring me joy. Hang on. Like, Dino Beemon is a monstrosity. I'm just going to say that right now. Because... Oh, hey, cool. Mega Kabuterimon is in there. I was doing this when we were playing the stream. Or playing the game on stream. There we go. Ah, of course, you're a slightly different goddamn size. Damn you, DigimonCard.io, for having slightly weird sizes. Because, yeah, Dino Beemon looks like they were put together by someone who has no idea what the fuck a dinosaur is. Because it's just... Why? What did you do? Why? Why would you do this? I love it, but it's also, but why though? Okay. Sorry, right. I was looking through here for anything else I needed to sleeve. I feel like I was sleeving... I was sleeving the Imperialdramon, who I now don't see anywhere, which is slightly concerning. Oh, not the Imperialdramon. I was going to sleeve the Cirrus Mon, who is the like walking or flying island Digimon, because we talked about how... So there's a term in magic art called scale birds, where to illustrate how large a creature is, they would have birds in the art so that you could see them and have like a rough idea. So this thing has scale Parrotmon. Sorry, if I get it, bring it too close. Here, I'll just pull up the card art. There's a Parrotmon writing on this thing, and Parrotmons are canonically about the size of like a 3-story building. Admittedly, Digimon sizes are very fluid, but still. What is your name again? You, come here. Burr, burr, burr. Yeah, so this... Right, there's no way for me to... The thing in the top... The right of the card... If you're looking at it, the top right of the card is a Parrotmon, who canonically are like the size of a 3-story building. Then again, Durandamon, who is that little red thing under the same tree that the Parrotmon is hanging off of, also pretty fucking huge. But yeah, like I said, Digimon sizes are also sort of fluid. But Parrotmon is somewhat consistent just because Parrotmon is the Digimon that all of the like mainline Digidestin saw fighting a Greymon. Sorry, mainline. The ones from Adventure 1 saw fighting a Greymon when they were very, very small kids. And that it was never clear exactly why, but like that's the reason why they have like a tie to the digital world, and instead of being tamers are considered Digidestin. It's silly, but it's also like, sure, whatever you need. Unless that got retconned in Try or the other new series they're doing, because I haven't seen either of those. Sorry, I'm just running through these real quick to go like, are any of you... Okay, so what is Malamyotismon's thing? So yeah, you don't actually care that much about getting like Digivolved into, so you're fine getting cheated out, which is... I feel like there's gotta be... I mean, obviously, we are currently in BT06 as the current set, so there's like 3 sets after this, but I feel like that Malamyotismon cheat out is still gotta be decent. Because one of the sets was 7, which was... Or 7. Was 4, which was really focused on hybrids, which are the things from Season 4, where it's like the people who turn into Digimon. Which, yes, I know plenty of people hate, but I love because I'm a monster. Trying to think if there's anything else equally as, like... specific. Because I feel like 6 also had some hybrid stuff. I don't remember it was in 5 at all, though, to save my life. Because I don't think I've actually seen any packs of 5 around. Card database. BT05. Oh, right. BT05 was the one that was all about Omnimon, which is why I don't care at all about it. Although it did have one of the megas, or it had the mega for Agumon. Who really? It was only in the, hang on. Select pack Agumon. Yeah, okay, there's... Yeah, it had a different one. Your opponent's tamers don't unsuspend... Holy crap. Oh. Okay, so it's a way more controlly one. So like the Agumon from this set, the top end for it was the one that for each one of your suspended Digimon, this creature gets security attack +1. The other one from BT5 had one really pretty art and also mildly terrifying art, but had when it was digivolved into suspend all of your opponent's trainers all turns. Your opponent's tamers don't unsuspend, which is very controlly. I'm trying to remember though what else is in BT05 because I think it's like I know Omnimon was the big focus. I think it also has more of the Bancho stuff. Yeah, like it's got Bancho Lilymon. Is this the one that, oh, right. This is also the one that introduces another variation of Commandramon who's necessary for the Rookie Rush deck. So the basic idea for how to play this game is most of the time is you build up big stacks of cards and like the titles of this walk review on Amazon. Oh no. You build up a big stack Digimon and swing with it and do what it does best. Then there's also Rookie Rush decks who are just like, what if instead I point to the fact that there are 4 printings of Commandramon, one of whom specifically searches up other Commandramons, and you just go fucking nuts with that. Light, non-stick, and attractive, unlike me. Woohoo! That is some self-deprecating reviewing someone is doing. Also, I should say, the one thing that BT5 does that I'm like, yes, I love this, is it has a different Maramon, because again, I like the Maramon from this set, but I forgot that this has my favorite Maramon, because they're just cooking. Like, it's just, yes, make the fire Digimon cook. I don't know why I adore it so much, though. Also because there's the deeply disturbing monstrosity that is Paildramon in the background. Because Paildramon is just the aliens from Mars Attack. And I hate him. I hate him for that. But also, yes, just have a walk. Okay, I should stop streaming because I've been going for a while and theoretically wanted to play the card game tonight, and now I have so many more cards I need to sort. How long has... Okay, cool. Heather's not been going for too long. So I'm going to throw y'all over to Heather because she is good people, and she should be going for at least another half an hour, if not a little bit longer. So Heather, aka Lunar Jade... there we go. Is a delightful human being. She's currently playing through The World Ends With You. Neo? No, Neo The World Ends With You. I just had the order wrong. Which is the, like, sequel to The World Ends With You. I hope y'all have fun over there. I will maybe see you tomorrow. I have so many cards I need to sort now. We'll see. Have a great night, all. Or whatever time zone it is for you. Bye.